Hmm. Hello, everybody. Thanks for jumping in the stream tonight. Birthday stream. Well, my birthday tomorrow, but I thought I'd jump on and have a cool little stream. Thought it'd be fun. Let me know if the audio's good. I hope it's good. I've got my gain cranked pretty high, so let me know if the audio is good because I need to know if it is because that would be great. Thanks. We have one person watching. Hello, hello, movie hater. How you doing, sir? Thanks for jumping in the birthday stream. I really do appreciate it, my dude. Really do appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. How are we doing? We have the Phil of the 4Ks. Hello, Phil. Thanks for jumping in, man. Appreciate it. I'm really happy about the good news you got today. It's good to hear that it was nothing serious. I'm really happy about that, man. So all the best to you with whatever you're recovering through. Yeah, yeah. So all the best, mate. Honestly, we have four people in the chat. Say hello. Come say hello. Don't be shy. Hello. Birthday stream. I'm getting old. I'm getting old. Tomorrow I will be the old the I don't I don't want to say I'm getting old in case people that are older than me feel bad. But uh, but yeah, I feel like I'm getting old basically. Movie yeah, I'm fine, thanks. Happy birthday. Hope I'm not too late. My birthday is not until tomorrow, but I thought I'd do a birthday stream tonight because I don't plan to put any videos out tomorrow. So just thought I'd do this as a little surprise. Awesome t-shirt. Yeah, I haven't worn this t-shirt in ages, but I do like the Jurassic Park shirt. I busted out the Jurassic Park shirt. I think I got some Primark for like dirt cheap Uno actually. Primark are great for licensed stuff. Um, I mean their stuff is cheap, but it looks good. It lasts quite a long time. Why is my camera not focusing? The bastard! Focus, you slag. Thank you. Like I paid 80 quid for this camera. And it does not want to focus half the time. But yeah, yeah. I thought I'd chuck the Jurassic Park shirt on because I do like this shirt, and it still fits me because I've gotten a bit fat over lockdown, and it still fits me. So I'm really surprised by that. I'm really happy actually that it still fits me. But yeah, Jurassic Park, one of my favorite films of all time. I love that movie. It's so good, and I still think it's aged incredibly well. See, I'm a bit. I have two reasons for each of them to be there. Basically, my favorite is Jason Voorhees. In terms of silent masked killer, but I would say Michael Myers has the best movie. I think Halloween is the best slasher movie of all time. That's just my opinion. I still think Jason Voorhees. I think Jason Voorhees is a more interesting uh, silent mask killer. I think um, there's a lot more depth to his character there. I think, but obviously, I think there's a lot of lore for both characters in their comic iterations, which I've not really delved into. But I've heard they get crazy OP in the comics, which sounds interesting. Dude, you are legends, man. Honestly, you are a legend. You're too kind. Obviously, no rush, my dude. Don't rush around. Don't feel like you have to rush around for me. It's definitely not necessary. Nobody has to send me stuff as always. Like I keep saying, don't feel like you have to send me stuff. But I do appreciate the gesture. As always, I'm so grateful to people that want to send me stuff. But no, please, everyone know it's definitely not a not a requirement. I'll have to apologize. Horicon, I'm sorry that I forgot to mention you're in the chat. So yeah, welcome to the chat, mate. Sorry, dude. But yeah, Michael Myers, I think, has got the best slasher film of all time, which is Halloween, and I think Jason Voorhees has. Oh, it is my probably my favorite in terms of the character. But yeah, I've got a Jason Voorhees figure over my camera's point there. You can see him. So that's Derek Mears. That is remake, 2009 remake Jason. That's my favorite Jason. So he's there. There. You see me pointing. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing today. Now do it. What are you talking about? You 7 people in the chat. Thanks for watching, everybody. Really do appreciate it. Just me hanging out, answering questions. So shoot me some questions, man. That's what I'm here for tonight. Just thought I'd just have a conversation with people, ask me questions, ask me anything within reason, of course. And yeah, just throw me your questions your way. It could be about films, could be about video games, could be about what other things I'm into, all that kind of jazz. So just shoot me questions, guys. Honestly, wouldn't mind answering some Crestaronos. 8 people. I'm surprised. I do get surprised by the turnouts of these streams. I really do, because like the fact that people want to come and watch me is humbling beyond belief. You're feeling better than Yeah, I'm feeling much better, man. Unbelievably better. I got a COVID test just to double check because I was ill the whole week, and I genuinely thought I had COVID. I got a test and it came back negative, so that's good. Um, uh, but um, it's all good. I feel so much better. I really do. It's I think I felt I haven't felt this good since last not last Thursday, but Thursday before that. So it's been a while that I felt like this energized and stuff like that. I've been getting out, trying to get out of the house and do a bit of walking as well, which is always good. But which looks like you've got a big LP collection. Which is your favorite? I will get my favorite actually while we're here. Yeah, this album is my favorite album of all time. Bear in mind the band, the main guy of the band is going through some controversy at the moment. He's been arrested and stuff like that. So I understand there's probably people that are not fans of this band anymore, but I still love their music. I still love this album, and I will always love it. It's my favorite album of all time, which is Ice Earth's Something Wicked This Way Comes. This album is unbelievable. If you're into heavy metal, this album is unfucking believable. It is, for me, it's a 10 out of 10 album. It's 100% bang on. I love it. Every song is a banger. Yeah, I love this album. This is my favorite LP in my collection. It is my favorite album of all time. So yeah, that is my favorite album. My favorite LP, anyway. Hello, Blu-ray collector Gary. How are you doing, sir? Hope you're doing well. Draco, my Godzilla brother. How you doing, sir? A dear evening human figure. That's fun. That's good. I like that. That is funny. Katie and Panel, happy birthday, man. Hope you have a. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. To be fair, I don't know about that. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I do, honestly. Right. Going back to movie hunt, this thing. Yeah, I do have a big LP collection, but I feel like I need to like kind of downgrade on it. Because because I feel like there's a lot there that I don't really listen to. Yeah, to the there's not much I listen to as much anymore. You're more on the Gamera to my Godzilla. Okay, I'll take that, I suppose, but I prefer Godzilla over Gamera. I think Godzilla. I just love the character. I think he's badass. How old are you? I will be tomorrow is my birthday, and I will be 35 years old. So take that as you will, I suppose. Awesome cover art on that LP. Never heard of them. Most extreme heavy metal I know is Iron Maiden, probably. I wouldn't even call Iron Maiden really that extreme at all. Um, yes, I've clarified, Ramhammer. I've clarified that it's not my birthday yet. My birthday is tomorrow, but I don't want to do anything tomorrow per se. I don't want to put. I don't plan to have any videos up or do anything YouTube related. So it's not my birthday. but I'm doing a stream tonight because I felt like it, and I thought I just called it like a birthday stream because technically that's what it is because I won't be doing it tomorrow. But yes, going back to this, uh, yeah, I don't really, I wouldn't consider Iron Maiden extreme heavy metal personally. Um, but they are heavy metal, and they are. I think they're great. I love Iron Maiden. Yeah. So, yeah, the cover art on that record that I showed is one of my favorite album arts of all time. So good. Platinum guy. Hi mate, glad to hear you're feeling better. Hope you have an awesome birthday. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. I'm actually meeting up with a friend that I haven't seen in ages, so it should be fun. I'm aware of when your birthday is. You're a phony. I'm not, but um, I'm not, but I guess you have your opinion, but sometimes opinions can be wrong, and yours is wrong right there. So yeah, Ramhammer. So there. Oh, I missed stuff. Will you start to sing between 3 and 3 a.m. again? Probably not because I'm on my own. I probably won't even go that long. To be honest, because I'm on my own, it's a bit awkward. Um, but yeah. Draco says every kaiju fan has to like some kind of metal. I mean, one of my favorite bands are kaiju metal. They're called Oxygen Destroyer. They are awesome. They're kind of like thrashing death metal, and all their songs are about kaiju and Godzilla, and they are awesome. Uh, the main guy, the vocalist of the band, he's like one of the biggest Godzilla fans I've met, and they're a big reason why I'm a Godzilla fan because I discovered them and it got me getting into getting into the kind of lore and stuff, and I kind of piqued my interest into Godzilla, and then that's when I went and actually got into Godzilla properly and discovered the films and stuff. So yeah, funny enough, yeah, one of the metal bands that I love to pieces is Oxygen Destroyer, and they do kaiju metal. They call themselves as brutal thrashing kaiju metal. That's what they describe themselves as. Film Geek 13, thanks for jumping in the stream, my friend. Hey Jason, great video earlier, mate. Incredibly jealous of Hugo Interstellar. It's a shame my charity shops suck. The thing is, my charity shops aren't the best either, but I just was lucky, I suppose. I am putting Hugo in the giveaway pile. So when I do get, if I do get to 400 subscribers, I do plan to put, I've got a massive stack of Blu-rays for giveaways. So if you're lucky, mate, you might be able to win that Hugo. If you're looking to get Hugo, that is anyway. Or I don't mind just sending it to you if you want. So if you want to just, if you just want to like just send me your address in an Instagram message, mate, I can always send it to you. I don't really care to be honest. Don't care to keep it myself. Git, exactly. I am the Git. I appreciate that. I appreciate that you're very observed. Your observation, Ramhammer, is unbelievable. So appreciate that. I am the Git. We all know this. Played any Resident Evil 8 yet, or are you still on playing? Yeah, I'm still playing Outriders. I love that game at the moment. I'm really, really enjoying Outriders. I just think the combat is really addictive and really, really enjoyable. And when you start to master how to use your powers in that game, it's just so much fun. So yeah, I haven't got around to Resident Evil 8 yet. I really haven't. But Resident Evil 8 will definitely be a game I'll be double dipping on when I get a PS5. If I get one, I don't really see myself getting a PS5 anytime soon, but Resident Evil 8 is definitely a game that I do plan to get a PS5 copy of as well. Uh, well, thank you. I do appreciate that. Honestly, thank you so much. I'm glad the beard is. I'm glad someone appreciates the beard. That's good. Thank you so much. Draco, Metallica is more my kind. Like Godzilla, I got that from my uncle. Yeah, Metallica. See, Metallica are one of those bands that I can stick on and enjoy, but I can't listen to loads of them because I get very bored of Metallica very quickly. Phil says, "Did you watch Midsummer?" Not yet. I'm trying to find the time when I'm actually. I'm trying to find a time where I want to give my time when I'm ready to watch that because I know that it's going to be a long film, and I know that it's very much a film where it's got to take up all your attention. So I'm looking forward to actually getting around to watching that, but at the moment I haven't found time for it. Um, Simon, welcome to the stream, my friend. Happy birthday for tomorrow, bro. Thank you so much, dude. Great haul earlier. Yeah, I thought that was a really good charity shop grab there. What is the poster next to you that looks like it has autographs on it? That is a I can't show you because I kind of can, but my webcam's a pain in the ass to take off and take off. It is a Iced Earth, which is my favorite band of all time. It's their 2011 tour, and it's signed by the band. So yeah, it's a signed band tour poster. That and that tour in particular was my first time seeing them live, and it was unbelievable. So yeah, that's what that is. Yeah, that's just a band tour poster. I went to Primark today and got a lovely Stranger Things t-shirt. Looks great. I mean, Primark are really good for licensed stuff. Like the actual products are really cheap, but I think they look good, and I've not had an issue with Primark stuff. And this is where I got this Jurassic Park shirt from. So yeah, I think Primark are pretty good for licensed shit. Have you played Mortal Kombat 11? If so, I've not played that. I think I might have played a little bit uh, at a friend's house or something, but I've not played it really properly. I'm not really into fighting games like I used to be back in like the 90s, so I find it very difficult to get into fighting games nowadays. I look for more kind of narrative driven games where the story kind of it's got a story to tell. I know that Mortal Kombat's got really cool lore and it's got more of a story now than it ever has done, but I don't really get much out of fighting games anymore. The last fighting game that I really enjoyed was Injustice 2, and I haven't really played anything since, to be fair. Finished Resident Evil 8 on stream earlier today. Awesome. I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts, Fraser, honestly. Just don't spoil this because I've not played it yet. My 6-year-old brother loved Resident Evil 8. I was scared of the giant fetus, though. Okay. I don't know. I have no context with the giant fetus. But that sounds horrific. Do you read much? Very rarely. There is a couple of where there is one specific book series that I really like that I think is really good by an author called Darren Shan. It's a horror series. It's called The Demonata, and it's a really great book series. So I recommend checking out The Demonata if you're looking for. It's not really. It's not like an adult horror series. It's more for like young adults, but I think it's very, very, very well written, and the story is really cool. And I really enjoyed it for what it was, and it goes into a lot of detail. Darren Shan for me has got a really cool writing style that I really enjoy. He, what I like as well is that his stories tend to are told from first person. So you meet the character at the beginning. He talks about himself. He talks about his family. Blah blah blah. And you're basically going through the story through their eyes, and I do like that in storytelling. Are you sure about that, Jason? Mate, I wouldn't want to detract you from the awesome giveaway you've got, mate. I've got about 28 titles given away. So losing that one is not really much of a hit, I don't think. So yeah, just throw me your address in Instagram and I'll just send it your way, man. It's only 50p. I'm not too bothered about it. So yeah, just do that. Yeah, just throw me a message, man, on Instagram. I'll send it to you. Don't worry about it. It's all good. It's all good, man. Uh, Favorite Dracula film? Do you know what? I've not seen any Dracula movies because I'm awful. So sorry. Sorry about that. I need to get on it. Like even the originals, I've not seen any of the originals or the Hammer horror ones. So I need to get onto I need to get onto that. Um, have you played Saints Row? Love those games. Yeah, I played the first one when it came out in 2006, and then I played the sequel. I think I played them all actually. I still think Saints Row 2 is the best. I really like Saints Row 2. I thought it was good, but I've not played those kind of games in a long time. Film Geek says Resident Evil 8 looks absolutely fantastic. Definitely going to pick it up when I get the new gen console. Yeah, it looks great. I've seen nothing but praise and nothing but really good, cool looking footage. Anyway, Dan Shane is great. I think my favorite of his book series are the zombie ones. Find that series quite interesting. See, I've not read that series yet. I've got the I've got basically I've got the box set of the Demonitis series, all on paperback, and I also because I love the series so much, I bought each. There's 10 issues. There's 10 books in the Demonitis series. I bought books, um, all 10 books as hardback. So I've got them all in nice hardback form just to have them in a collection. And my mum and my family bought me the I forget what they're called, Circa de Freak series of books by him, and I've got that, but I've not started reading them yet. But I do want to get the other series, the zombie series, at some point. Yeah. Um, I don't know. I don't know what my favorite series is, to be honest. I don't know. I've never actually watched anything of Doctor Who, to be honest. My brother's a big Doctor Who fan. Um, uh, yeah. My brother's a big Doctor Who fan, and I like the idea of the lore. I've just never actually jumped in. The problem with me, I would like to go to the beginning, to like what is it, the 50s or 60s? When did it start back then? But I would go all the way to the beginning. I would want to watch it all the way from the beginning, from the first Doctor all the way through. But I do know I've heard that there's a lot of the early stuff is actually been lost to time. So there's a lot of stuff that's missing from the earlier Doctor Who series. So that kind of puts me off because I would want to see the whole story, the whole thing, and that one, it's daunting as fuck, and two, there's a lot of that early material that's just gone, that's just lost completely. So it's not something that I'm in a rush to jump on right now. Anyway, why the fuck do you have 3 dislikes? Easy answer is trolls, mate. Trolls, probably. Uh, okay, that's a bit weird. I'm not weird. I don't mean to say weird, but like it's a bit obsessive, mate. Like I'm just a guy on the internet. Me and my family have got some new kittens. I might call one Jason. That's such a. I think it's a strange name for a cat, but that's just me. But whatever you floats your boat, mate. Honestly, Simon, I know how much you love Godzilla, but what started your love for it? Fans since a kid. See, no, I got into it about 4 years ago. I watched Godzilla 2014 for the first time. Loved it to pieces. Still is one of my favorite monster films of all time. Then, like I said earlier, I got into a band called Oxygen Destroyer, where they're like this disgustingly heavy, brutal metal band that all they write about is kaiju and Godzilla. That's their kind of gimmick. Really like their music, and then I kind of I started talking to the singer of that band and became friends with him, and then basically just started he was talking to him about Godzilla, and I've always loved like creature features and monster movies, and I don't know why it took me so long to get into Godzilla because it seemed like right up my street anyway. But the Japanese films are so daunting. There's so many of them. It's just like a lot of them are not. Um, a lot of them there's not much of a continuity. So talking to that guy, and then I just ordered a couple of box sets from Australia and just started watching them. And now it's just became. I discovered the first movie, 1954, the original 1954 film, and I just was like, this film's a masterpiece. It's unbelievable. I just loved it immediately, and it's just become an obsession almost. And yeah, so I'm fair. You could call me a noob if you want. I technically I'm a noob. I've only been a fan for like 4 years, but that I got into it very quickly, and it's definitely I found something in it that I can't explain. That I just get so much joy from Godzilla. It's unbelievable. Godzilla would be a good name for a dog. Yeah, but what breed of dog would you get to call Godzilla? Because it's got to be a massive dog, right? In theory. Got any cinema chips booked in now? Now they open. See, I was gonna go and see Spiral tomorrow in my local cinema, but a lot of it's put me off. Plus, my plans have changed. I'm going to go and see a friend I've not seen for about a year, which is going to be good. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of things like there's a mask mandate in the cinema, so you have to wear a mask during the film. I don't want to be doing that on my birthday, to be honest. That just sounds like a shit day. To be fair, yeah. So Yeah. So I just decided not to, and also I went to book it, and it was like £8. It was like £8 plus, I think, a plus a booking fee or something. It was just, it worked out to be £12. I was like, I really can't be bothered. So yeah, I was gonna go and see Spiral, but I chose not to. Um, I might change my mind and go and see it on the weekend or something. But tomorrow, I've changed, plans have changed. I'm not going to go and see it, but I do want to see that because I have a quite a fun time with the Saw films, and Spiral does look like a good little deviation from the series normal routes, so to speak. When you watch foreign films, do you have subtitles or go for the dub? Subtitles all day long. Uh, when I watch foreign films, I like to, I always think authenticity is king. So I always, if it's made in Korea, I want to watch it with Korea in Korean with subtitles. If it was made in Japan, I want it to have be in Japanese with English subtitles. So I always go for authenticity with films from different from non-English speaking countries. So I always go for authenticity. Yeah. So yeah, subs all the way for me. A Chihuahua called Godzilla. That's amazing. Thing is, I wouldn't call a dog Godzilla. I would call a god. God, fuck's sake. I would say I would, if I had a dog, I would call it Goji because I think that's more of a cuter name for a dog. Goji. That's what I would call it. Goji. Favorite flavor of Walker's crisps. I'm boring. Mine's cheese and onion. You can't beat a bit of cheese and onion Walkers, my friend. In my opinion, of course. The worst Godzilla film. the I'm gonna piss people off with this. Um, there's a cut. Think like see, worse is different because I bear in mind I've not seen all the films. I'm still making my way through. I'm still a fairly new fan. I've only been a fan for 4 years, but I'm still making my way through the films. Of course, out of all the films I've seen, I probably would say Godzilla Raids Again. Godzilla Raids Again, the direct sequel to the original 1954 film, was utter trash. It was awful. I didn't like it whatsoever. It was clearly a cash grab to rush out a sequel after the success of the original Gojira. And yeah, I just didn't. Probably the worst that I've seen out of the Godzilla franchise. I just thought it was awful, personally. Uh, you know, I've not seen anything from the Conjuring franchise, unfortunately. I've got the Conjuring on Blu-ray, but I've not got around to watching it yet. I've never played a Rock Band game. Funny enough, by the time those games came out, I was over the whole Guitar Hero thing. I was already burnt out and over it, really. So I never really kind of got into those, unfortunately. So yeah, never played a Rock Band game. Funny enough. Simon says, I adore the Saw movies. I know people have issues with some of the franchise, but I get a real kick out of all of them. I want to see Spiral too, but like you, don't want to wear a mask in cinema. Yeah, it kind of is a shit mandate, to be honest, because I feel like I don't want to be, especially I wear glasses as well. So my glasses are going to be steaming up all throughout the movie and it's going to be shit. Right. So yeah, sod that. But yeah, I have a really good time with the Saw films. Um, I think the good middle portion are not very good, but I still have a good time. I think number one, Saw one, and Saw two are I think they're pretty much equal. I think they're great horror films. The first one's not really a horror film; it's more of a crime thriller. But number two is a really good horror film. I think Saw Six is really good as well. I like where it centers around that insurance broker and now he's got to decide who lives or dies. I think that's a really good was a really good story element there. Um, uh, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I have a lot of fun with the Saw films. Spiral looks like it's going back to more of the crime thriller aspects of the first movie, which I'm looking forward to checking out. And I like Chris Rock as well. I think he's good, so I'm hoping he delivers in this one. I had Film Geek says I had two dogs, one called Bill and one called Ted. Uh, sadly, we had to get rid of Bill due to the amount of pressure we had with both, but it was the best pair name we could have found. Bill and Ted. Uh, did you have a little phone booth where they could go back in time and stuff? Joker says, Godzilla Raids Again is a total rubbish piece of burning. Yeah, it was awful. I didn't like it whatsoever. I thought it was. There's a lot of things that is that wrong with that film. I don't think the characters are very engaging. I thought the characters were boring. The fight between Godzilla and Anguirus has this weird frame rate issue where they're like, it's like really quick and really weird, and it's crazy. Yeah, really crazy. Favorite Transformers film, Bumblebee. I would argue is the only good one personally. That whole opening sequence with the Cybertron showing us the war for Cybertron, mate. I just want a film with just all that because it looked awesome. Like Generation One designs and everything, it looked fucking wicked. I liked the '80s setting. I liked the main girl protagonist. I thought she was likable. Bumblebee, as always, is likable anyway. Yeah, I think Bumblebee is the best one. I don't particularly like the Transformers films overall, but I love the cartoon. Like, I grew up with the cartoon. The cartoon's awesome. Uh, I'll be a guest for a stream. Um, I mean, you can jump on now if you want, mate. But I need to go and get my headphones. But let me know if you want to jump on tonight, and we can have a little chat chatteroonies. Let me know, Fraser. It'd be pretty fun. Uh, I've been played Just Dance. Me and my mum and my friend plays it, but we get tired whilst playing it. Guess it's because I'm 18 stone. I've never played it myself. That those kind of games don't appeal to me at all. Sorry. Saw 1 and 2 are good. Saw 3 to 7 are okay, and Jigsaw I really enjoyed, but wasn't on the same level as the first for me. Um, I really did not like Jigsaw. I thought Jigsaw was bad, but that's what opinions are for. But I'm glad you enjoyed them. I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. It's cool. I've never seen Saw. That's fair. Nothing wrong with that. Uh, what have I never not seen that everyone goes mental about? I don't know. I can't think, but you know what I mean. Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, would I recommend it? I recommend if you're into horror films, I recommend the first one. I think it's a very good horror esque crime thriller. We had the Bullet of the Rays Blu-ray, a Bullet Brit. Hello, Pete. Thanks for jumping in the stream, my friend. Favorite cartoon? I've got a bunch. Like when I was growing up as a kid in the early '90s, late '80s, early '90s, I had a trifecta of favorite cartoons: Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Thundercats, and Transformers. And I've got them all on DVD, but I can't get them all out because they're not all available right now. But they were my favorite cartoons growing up. Yeah, yeah. Right now, favorite cartoons. I don't know. I still think SpongeBob SquarePants is one of the greatest cartoons we've ever had. Like, I think SpongeBob has so much of this kind of like undercurrent of kind of more adult kind of comedy, and it just makes me laugh all the time. I think SpongeBob is the most creative thing that we've gotten in terms of cartoons, because I don't think we're gonna get anything really good in terms of a kids cartoon anymore. I think SpongeBob was that last gasp of really creative, funny cartoon. I don't think we're gonna get anything since. Simon says, back to the record collection. Do you own any soundtracks, or is that not really your thing? I'm just starting to get into them. I have a few video game soundtracks. I have the first three Resident Evil soundtracks: Resident Evil One, Resident Evil Two, Resident Evil Three on vinyl, because I love the music in those games. I love my favorite gaming franchise of all time, so I love the music in those games. I've got the Suspiria 2018 soundtrack because I loved that movie and I thought the music was fantastic. And I've got the original 1979 Alien soundtrack, and I thought the music in that is unbelievable as well. So yeah, I've got a few soundtracks. If that's what you answer, if that's what you're asking, yeah, I've got a few soundtracks. I've also got what the fuck's the game called? I've forgotten. Bollocks. I see it. Crypt of a Necro Dancer, which is more kind of like this kind of eight 8-bit kind of techno chip tune kind of soundtrack. But the music's fucking awesome, and that game's fun as well. If you've not played Crypt of a Techno Dancer, the Necro Dancer, sorry, it is it's like a dungeon crawler, but you move to the beat of the music. It's really clever. It's really cool. So I recommend that. Crypto the Necro Dancer. It's really good. Produce favorite licensed video game, Alien Isolation and Golden Eye for me. Um, I would probably, yeah, I'll probably put Alien Isolation up there. Um, but I would argue the greatest, yeah, the greatest licensed video game of all time is probably Batman Arkham Asylum. I love that game. That game is unbelievable in terms of a licensed video game. I just think it's one of the, if not the greatest example for a licensed video game for me. Arkham Asylum, just unbelievable. Uh, I really enjoyed the first three live action Transformers. That's fair, man. You know, it's just they just weren't for me at all. Just didn't like them. And the thing is, I've watched all of them. I've gone through all of them. Saying that, the only one I haven't seen yet is the Last Night, which was the fifth movie. But yeah, I've the four films that I've seen, I didn't like, and Bumblebee I really did like. I still think Bumblebee's the best. Uh, got to go, Jason. Got a big day of exams tomorrow. Oh, good luck with your exams, man. Really good luck with that. Been really great being here, and I've flung out you over a message. Thanks again. No problem, man. Good luck with your exams, my dude, and thanks for jumping in the stream. Uh, okay, all right, mate, Fraser. Yeah. Now I've got to be up at 6, but next time. Awesome. Maybe Fraser. Maybe next Friday, because I have a guest on this Friday. Maybe next Friday you can jump on and just have a chatteroo news. Jambo Shango, thanks for jumping in the stream, my dude. Appreciate it. Um, yeah, do you like bloody and gory films? I do if they're done in good taste, if that makes sense. I don't like films that go where basically I don't like films where the whole point is to shock people and to be as gruesomely violent as possible. I like films that have something to say and have a story or message to say and have the violence mean something. So yeah, it all depends on context and how a film presents its violence and its gore. But yeah, I don't mind bloody or gory films if they're done in good taste, I suppose. Favorite decade of music, probably 80s. I think no matter what genre you could be into, I think the 80s was the most creative with music, be it rock, metal, rap, hip hop, pop, I think any of the genres of music across the 80s. I think the 80s is king for me. I think it's got the most creative. I think we got some massive artists in the 80s that are still massive today. And yeah, I just don't think you could top the 80s, in my opinion, for the wealth of creativity and the wealth of ideas in music, no matter what genre you want to actually, whatever genre you're into. I think the 80s has got everything for everything for everyone in terms of that decade of music. Simon says, I think my favorite cartoon will always be Scooby Doo. Just love it. Scooby Doo's good. I like the early stuff. I don't really care for the newer stuff. I think it's kind of lost something with the more later stuff. It's almost an unrecognizable show to almost sort of. But I do like the early kind of. Um, I know it goes all the way back to like almost the 40s. I think does it? I can't remember, but I know it goes back a long time. But I do think I think the 90s Scooby Doo is what I kind of gravitate to, and I quite enjoy. Nintendo guy, Badoosh. Um, GTA 5 is coming out again for next generation consoles in November. Can't Rockstar just leave that game alone and give us a new GTA game? I tell you why they're doing that is because the online is a massive cash cow for them. They make unwieldy amounts of money just from the online. So now these new consoles have come out. They probably thought to themselves, let's just re-release it because there's going to be a bunch of people jumping on that game, crossing over to the next gen, and still want to have that game to play and still pay us loads of money to play online. So that's why it's all to do with money, mate. Like if You know, if they're making $3 billion a week on on shark cards on the online, why give that up? Because it's all money play. That's all this is. That's all these decisions are in these video game companies. It's all about money. So I'm not surprised when it was announced. I was like, of course they are. Of course they're going to do that. But it is what it is, I suppose. Moving on. I consider Saw to be one of the best debut movies ever. The sequels were lame beyond belief. Need the UHD or 4K digital copy as soon as possible. Yeah, I want to get the 4K of the first movie because I think it'll look really good. Um, but I have good fun with those films, regardless of how bad or how good they are. But yeah, Fraser, next Friday sounds great. Awesome. I'll lock you in and get promoting that, my dude. Uh, Darius, my friend, thanks for joining the stream and thank you for the birthday wishes. I really do appreciate that. Favorite Rocky film? For me, it's Rocky 3. I really like the idea that people don't really believe in Rocky anymore. They think he's his paper champion. He's not really facing people that pose a threat, that are a challenge whatsoever. He's been given like just kind of weak opponents. And then Clubber Lang comes along and he's like, "What are you doing, fool? I knock you out, fool!" Like I love Mr. T as Clubber Lang in this movie, and I think as well. I think the cultural thing about it as well, where you know, Eye of the Tiger has got that massive hit, that massive song in there as well. I think helps it. I just think it's a great sequel. Unbelievably good sequel. It's probably like I could say Rocky One as an obvious answer because Rocky One is great, but I think Rocky Three, I think it ups the stakes big time, and you've got that whole emotional bit. You've got this whole emotional thing with Mickey as well. I just think it's great. I love Rocky Three. I think Rocky Three is fantastic. I do not. Sorry. Don't know whether I should. Should I use beard oil, people? Let me know. It came out in the 60s, but it died when they added Scrappy Doo, put him directly in the bin, and then launched it into the sun. Yeah, Scrappy Doo is a bit shit, I will say. Hello, Jack. Thanks for jumping in the stream. If anyone hasn't subscribed to Physical Media Madness, it's fucking great channel. Go and do it. So good. Saw 1 to 6 are really enjoyable, but after the second, the quality went downhill. Yeah, like I said, for me, Saw 1 and 2 are really good. Um, 3, 4, and 5 are middling, and then I think 6 is still pretty good. It had a little bit of a comeback with 6, but I think it just shat the bed when 7 came out. 100% agree. Classic Scooby was what I meant. Can't beat the older stuff. Yeah, yeah. The thing is, I remember watching it in the 90s growing up, but obviously I can't tell you what era it was because I saw so much Scooby Doo growing up. I wouldn't know if it was 60s, 70s, 80s. I wouldn't know what era it was, but I remember liking it anyway. And I remember it not having Scrappy Doo, so I'm guessing it's the older classic shit. Favorite Giallo or Italian horror movie? I don't really know what the Giallo subgenre is, so if you can explain to me what Giallo is, that'd be great. But when it concerns Italian horror, I'm gonna have to pick Demons. Dario Argento's Demons. I think Demons is phenomenally good. I love that movie so much. Um, douche. We have the magpie of the movies, Jason. The man who puts pies into mags is here. Uh, I thought you put movies into magpies, dude. But whatever floats your boat, you know, as long as the magpies are happy with you doing it, it's all good. I'm wishing you a happy birthday. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that. My birthday's not until tomorrow, but I thought I'd just do a random stream tonight, which is good. Favorite, favorite ice. What? I don't. Katie, let me know what you mean by that. I don't understand that question. Sorry, mate. Magpie Movies. Tonight's movie is Great White. Looks like a shit shark movie, but I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I think I saw Jamie buy that on one of his shop vlogs, and it did look like utter shit. To be fair, um, Physical Image of Madness. Are you planning on to watch Army of the Dead this Friday? That film looks great. I'm on board with that film big time. I think it was just really good. It looks really good. I mean, like it looks really, really good. Happy birthday, dude. Thanks, Big Paulie, man. Appreciate it. My birthday's not until tomorrow, but this is just a random stream. Ice cream type. I'm just a boring. I'd settle with like vanilla ice cream, to be honest. I'm kind of boring in that regard. I'm not the biggest ice cream fan, if I'm honest. I don't usually go for ice cream when it comes to just to dessert choices. Gonna send you Profondo Rosso. Uh, I mean, you don't have to send me anything, mate. But if you feel like you want to, then appreciate it. Um, I had a friend that sent it to me digitally. Cool, mate. Speaking of films, films you've been watching, uh, Paul, did you watch Psycho Gorman in the end? Because I did. I watched it last night. How did you feel about Psycho Gorman, Paul? If you've seen it, I have a lot to say about that film. Actually, let me know. 12 people watching. Thanks so much, everyone, for jumping in. If everybody watching can go down below and if everyone watching can go down below and like this video, I'd really appreciate it, man. Um, so yeah, Pretender guy, are you having a stream on Friday? And who's your special guest? I am having a stream on Friday. I haven't set it up so you could see like a pre-release thumbnail or anything, but I'm my guest is Keith from Euphoria Pictures. He's going to be joining me on Friday, so that should be a good one. I did watch it, finished it last night. Ramhammer, you watched Psycho Gorman. We need to talk about it. Yes, we do, my friend. Yes, we do. Uh, I watched Saw for the first time. My review will be up Friday, but I think I'm gonna get slaughtered for it. I'm gathering you didn't like it, Paul. No, sounds like you didn't like it. I don't think it's really suitable for a 6-year-old though. Personally, that's fair. Like some people don't like the gore. Some people don't like gory films. That's fair. It was a 6.5 out of 10 for me. Very low budget, but enjoyable as a one-off watch. Yeah, for me, I thought it was dumb fun. I thought it was really ridiculous. But for me, I didn't think there was much of a thread of a story there. It was more about the little girl having her shenanigans with Gorman. But it was fun. It was a fun 90-minute movie, right? It was nothing special. I thought the costume design was really good. Um, I had a good time with it. I thought it was fun enough. I mean, the I had pretty high hopes with the trailer. I generally thought the trailer made it look really good. Um, and I didn't think it was going to be as low budget as it was. It's very low budget, like you said. I think the production budget was like $850,000. It was very not even a. It's not even $1 million picture. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I have yeah, I'd probably give it a 7. I would give it a 7 if I was going to give it a number. I don't really like number scores though, mate. Like I just think number scores muddy the waters really because there's so many, there's so much confusion with number scores and stuff like that. But anyway, but yeah, I would give it a 7 if I would give number scores. I enjoyed it. Would I watch it again? Maybe. If I want to put like if I'm with a bunch of mates and I put in John C just a ridiculous silly movie, that would probably be a movie I would pick out. I think. Um, do I want the Blu-ray? I kind of do want the Blu-ray actually. I think that'd be a cool little film to have on Blu-ray, but it's region A at the moment, and I don't think it's ever going to get a region B release. I think it's very very niche. But I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was dumb fun. But I wouldn't. Would I recommend? See, I think I would recommend it with a caveat. Um, it's very low budget. The acting isn't the best. I think the little girl was really good as an actress, but I think the acting over in general isn't very good. Um, and the costumes are really good, but you can tell that's all where all their money went, unfortunately. Uh, um, my mum lets my 6-year-old brother watch 18-year-old movies since he was. I, I'm not gonna. I'm not saying anything. What a parent wants to do with their children is up to them. But I wouldn't. That's way. That's way something I wouldn't do personally. Um, Favorite high street shop, probably HMV. To be fair, see, I used to like Game a lot, but I think Game have just kind of like they're almost dead, aren't they? To the point, um, they're almost dead. Game were really good when they matched CX's trading prices, and I was able to trade in something for the CX trading price and get a new game. That's when Game were really good. But they stopped doing that, and it was a bit ridiculous, unfortunately. Tom, welcome to the stream, my friend. Appreciate you jumping in. Happy birthday, Jason. Been enjoying your videos. I appreciate that, man. I think my recent videos are doing really well, over 100 views each. Really appreciate the really appreciating the support on my videos, guys. Lately, it's been really good, really good. There's 15 people in the chat. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Honestly, if you could like this video, I would really appreciate that, guys. I'm watching a movie on Sky called Rent a Pal. It's a weird one, but that's to be finished another day. All about Great White tonight. Interesting. Interesting. Any new films in Poundland? I do have a video coming up on Saturday concerning recent Poundland visits. So I got some good shit from there. So wait, look forward to that video. But I found some new. For me, there were new films in Poundland, but maybe for some other people, there might have been same old shit. But I'd never seen them there before, so I picked them up. So look forward to that video. That should be good. Jamie Powell, the bald headed twat from Bournemouth. I went to Bournemouth and we met each other. It was great. Hey, bud. Hope you're well. Happy birthday for tomorrow. Thanks so much, man. Gonna pick something up for you and ship it as soon as possible. But sorry, it'll be a little late, my friends. What's your favourite of the 4 MonsterVerse flicks? One, thank you so much for the birthday wishes, my friend. 2, you really, like I said, you really don't have to get me anything, dude. Honestly, it is really not necessary, but I really do appreciate the sentiment. I really do. So thank you so much for your kindness there. What's my favorite of the 4 recent MonsterVerse flicks? My favorite is Godzilla 2014. Um, I've said this a few times before on streams, but for me, it's a perfect movie. For me, it's 10 out of 10. I think the narrative is really engaging. The pacing is spot on. The fact that they build up to Godzilla is the best way to actually reveal Godzilla, because when they reveal Godzilla, it's majestic. He's imposing. He's monstrous. And yeah, and I'll say this: I think it's got one of the best kills of all time, where he just vomits atomic breath down the Muto's throat. It's just badass, just utter just dominance. Like, I'm just like, that's awesome. Yeah, Godzilla 2014 is a perfect 10 out of 10 film for me. One of the best monster films ever made, in my opinion. And yeah, I think it's the best of of all the MonsterVerse films. But I do have a ranking coming up, so I look forward to that, Jamie. I'm gonna rank them. Gonna rank all the MonsterVerse films because I watched them all recently, so I've got more of an idea of where I rank them all. So look forward to that. That's coming soon. I remember Game Station. I remember Game Station in the early 2000s. I used to go there. I used to have I used to go there, and they had like, I don't know, a certain game on PS2. They used to sell it for a fiver, right? So what I used to do, and it's funny because they sell it for a fiver, and then CEX would give you like 10 quid trading for it. So what I would do, I would go in there, buy like 5 copies of a game for a fiver, and go up to CEX because there used to be a CEX in the same area, and trade them in and get like, quadruple my money almost, or even more than that. Make a bunch of money then and buy some new stuff. Game Station was all right. I swear, were they bought by Game? I swear they were kind of merged with Game eventually. I'm not too sure what happened to Game Station. Who do you prefer, Van Damme or Seagal? I'm a Seagal guy, actually. Probably because I'm a Seagal guy solely because my dad, I grew up with my dad watching a lot of Steven Seagal films. Um, so I've grown up having a really really big soft spot for Steven Seagal and his like 80s and 90s action films. You know, like Under Siege. I love. You know, this might be controversial, but I love Under Siege 2 even more than the first Under Siege. I like the way it's set on the train. I think it's fun. It's a bad film, but it's just really entertaining. Um, I think Nico is really good. Hard to Kill is great. I think Steven Seagal has some awesome action films. And I've never really looked into Van Damme's career. So maybe Van Damme is something I should, look into more. I've seen Kickboxer, I've seen Bloodsport, films like that, Nowhere to Run, but I've not actually really gone into his career and actually checked out all his films. Uh, do I have a girlfriend or a wife? No, I do not. No, I do not. Uh, Playtendo guy, favorite film you've watched this year? Probably Nobody. Nobody with Bob Odenkirk was absolutely fantastic, unbelievably good film. If you like stuff like John Wick and Taken, I think if you've not seen Nobody, I think you would really, really like Nobody. It's up there with those one man versus the world movies. So good, so good. I enjoyed every minute of it. It's just badass throughout the whole film. It's just so entertaining. And there's just this one particular scene at at a club at a dinner table at a club, and it is like the most coolest badass scene in the whole movie that doesn't involve action. It's just a conversation. It's so good. Loved it. I loved it. Nobody's probably my film of the year so far. It's going to take a lot, I think, to knock that off. I loved Godzilla versus Kong. I love, being a Godzilla fan, I love that as well. But there's something about Nobody that I had such a blast with Nobody. I thought it was great. Neither, I suppose. Yeah. Peter Andre, the pop star, and Peter Kay, the comedian, right? Yeah, neither. Sorry, really not my cup of tea at all. Uh, Ready Player Movies. Boom! Thank you for joining the stream, my dude. Hi, Jason. This is my first of your many future streams I'll be joining. Happy birthday, all the best. Appreciate that, my friends. Yeah, I hope you enjoy future streams, my man, my dude. Yeah. Big Paulie, Gareth Edwards 24 because it is my favorite too. The camera angles are perfect to show his. Mate, like honestly, the sense of scale in this movie is unbelievable. Like, like I said, like for me, it's 10 out of 10. It's it pretty much is a perfect monster movie in my opinion. There's a lot of complaints about it taking too long, it's dragging, but I think the pacing is bang on. Um, I generally liked it. I think the human story he wasn't bogged down with the human stuff. It actually was pretty intelligent with the human stuff. I love that movie so much, so much. With Jack asks, with cinemas reopening, what movie would you most want to see in the cinema? Mine would probably be Predator. What, like any movie in the world? Godzilla 1954. If I could see that on the big screen, that'd be amazing. I would love to see that on the big screen. That would be probably the most depressingly great minor film I could go and see in the cinema because Godzilla 1954 is so depressingly bleak. But yeah, but in terms of new films, I do plan to see Spiral soon. And I do want to see Godzilla versus Kong on the big screen as well because that film was made for the big screen. Time Cop and Universal Soldier are two of Van Damme's best. Yeah, I've not seen those. That's what, like I said, maybe I should need to get into more Van Damme stuff. Uh, Simon says, at a Comic Con, I was waiting to have my photo taken with Jason Momoa, and the side door opened, and in walked Seagal, introduced himself to Momoa, and had their pic taken together. Such a surreal moment. That is cool. That is cool. Um, was was Seagal a fat bastard at this point because he's put on a lot of weight. He doesn't look good for. He's not. Excuse me. He's not looking good from the last time I saw pictures of him recently. I'm more of a Van Damme guy though. That's fair, man. That's cool. Do you collect any figurines or statues? I used to. I don't anymore because I've run out of space. But I got a bunch of pop vinyls over, around here. I can't. Just for an example, I've got like Megatron pop. Uh, stand up. There you go. I've got like stuff that Robert Fett Bounty sent me, some Dragon Ball figures like Golden Freezer there, and you can't see from here. I don't think. Oh, this is not standing up. Stand up, Golden Freezer. Don't fall off. There you go. You probably can see that there. I've got some Godzilla figures, Doom Guy helmet, Jason Voorhees figure. I got some these bobbleheads, Gremlin bobbleheads. So I've got a bunch of stuff. I've got like a bunch of Dragon Ball stuff over there, like figurines and stuff. So I used to collect. Used to be obsessively into collecting figures and stuff like that. But I've got no room, so no, I've stopped doing that now, unfortunately. But would I love to get more figures? Hell yeah, I love figures. I think some of the artistry in figures is awesome. Katie asks, can you sing? No, I cannot, and I'm not going to prove it either. But trust me, I can't sing. Uh, the movie hater. Oh my fucking god, Peter Andre. Haven't heard that name since 1997. Yeah, I know. Do you like David Attenborough documentaries? I do. I think the majority of them are very, very well made and very good. But I don't find myself watching them very often. If they're on TV and I'm in the room and they're there, I might watch them. But I've never actually sat down and chose to watch a Peter Attenborough documentary. It's usually in passing. If it's on TV, I might just stick it on. uh Ready Player movies. I'm with you on the 54 Godzilla at cinema, mate. I'm like I live in London and we have a cinema called the Prince Charles Cinema, and they show a bunch of classic old movies and all sorts of movie marathons. And if they ever do a fucking Godzilla or like I don't know, like a monster movie night or something, it's like, and they do like stuff like Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, Godzilla 1954, Kong 33, and all these crazy. Fuck me! If they did one of those like classic monster nights, mate, I'd be all over that. Oh, now I want it to happen. Now I've got myself all hyped up. Like, damn. Um, Nobody will be showing it. It's my Cineworld early June. Definitely will check. Mate, it's so good. I love that film. I love that film so much, and I think it'd be epic in the cinema as well. But guy, your charity shops are amazing. Some of your recent pickups are really quality titles. I just think it's just luck. I think it's luck that people choose to donate their Blu-rays into charity shops rather than thinking they can sell. Which sort of I can kind of understand why they would do that, because when you go into CEX and CEX is giving you like 10p a Blu-ray, it makes you feel like, what's the point in the end of the day? Which I can understand. Hence why I've got this massive stack of Blu-rays I'm giving away once I hit 400 subscribers, because there's no point me taking them down to CX because I'll get nothing for them, and I'd rather give them away to people like yourselves in the chat that have supported my channel all this time. So yeah, so I can kind of understand why people would donate Blu-rays to charity shops when they're worth nothing, but I just think it's luck, and I've just been lucky, I suppose. But with my local Sense charity, I'm not really friends with the staff, but I've let the staff know, like, to let me know when new stock comes in, so I do have a little bit of a heads up there. I think I'm the only one that actually buys their Blu-rays off them, to be fair. Genuinely, I can't say that word very genuinely, nearly bought the Godzilla Funko from Asda today just because I thought it looked cool. I've only seen 2014 once and none of the others. I do really want to though. I really recommend the even if you don't traverse into the Japanese films, because it's very daunting. I can understand why people have not even bothered with the Japanese films. Checking out the Monsterverse, it's 4 films. I really recommend the Monsterverse. I think it's very consistent. To get 4 movies in the same universe this consistent is very rare. So I'd recommend, jumping into the Monsterverse and checking out the films after 2014 Godzilla. And yeah, I think the Godzilla, I think the Funko Pop vinyls, they're getting better and better with their releases. I've stopped collecting them. I used to go mental on pop vinyls. I've got one Godzilla one. I Can I get it out without knocking shit over? That's the question. Oh, oh, oh! Don't fall over. Right, so I've got this Godzilla, this kind of classic Godzilla pop vinyl. It's the 6-inch one. Awesome, cute little bastard. Cute little bastard or not, right? Yep, awesome. But I think the newer ones, the Godzilla versus Kong, uh, yeah, Godzilla versus Kong, the pop vinyls for those are next level. They look so good, and I kind of want to get them regardless of the fact they've got no room. um, my mum still buys toys for herself, and she's like 40 odd. Like, come on, like, life is for living, and if you're into toys and you like the idea of having toys and stuff, it's all good, man. It's all good. Like, I'm a massive nerd. Stuff like pop vinyls and figures. Like, I like this, for example, my Stripe bobblehead. For me, this is almost a piece of art to me because it's been sculpted, it's been painted, it looks awesome, and yeah, stuff like that. Like, I'm just a massive nerd, and I love to have things that that I love surrounding me, and yeah, wouldn't change my. I wouldn't change anything about that for the world. You know what I mean? So I don't think age matters. If you're into something, you're into something. Yeah, the amount of people that tell me that I shouldn't be into Godzilla because it's for kids, especially people that don't know who I am, or people at my old job and they used to mock me for it. I'm just like, fuck off. I don't like football, but I don't mock people for liking football. I might make a joke here and there, but I don't like dig at people for not liking stuff. You like what you like, man. And unless what you like is hurting people, it's a different matter. But if you like stuff like, I said to myself, I like SpongeBob. I'm 35 tomorrow. I like SpongeBob. I don't care what people think. I like it. I'm not guilty for what I like. And I don't care what people think about me because I like stuff like that. I don't care. Like, I get so much joy from Godzilla. The joy I feel from Godzilla, I wish I could give that joy. I wish everyone could have that similar feeling because it's just I get so much. I feel so alive when I'm watching a Godzilla film or checking out a Godzilla comic or anything like that. Just people know when you're into something, you love it. There's not another feeling like it. And I don't think age should matter whatsoever. Producer Simon says you're inspiring me to do a Godzilla binge watch. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say binge watch them, but I would really recommend the MonsterVerse. I'd recommend Godzilla 2014, Kong Skull Island, Godzilla King of the Monsters, and Godzilla vs Kong. Those 4 films are so consistently good that I really recommend them. Jamie Powell, Nobody is definitely film of the year. The bus scene alone was outstanding. Easily one of the best action films of recent. Also, Christopher Lloyd was awesome in it. The Blu-ray should arrive soon. Yeah, I want to. Was there a 4K? Because I'll definitely get the 4K of that. Oh, that's a hard question. Katie asks, favorite famous David. I have no idea. I have no idea what I would say. I'm just gonna say, try it. David Jason. David Jason. There you go. Boom. Yeah, from Only Fools and Horses. I only say that because my name is Jason David Brett. So if you put my middle name is David. So David Jason is quite funny to me. Anyway, yeah, that's the first thing that comes to mind. Ready Player movies. Shame I live in the nether regions of Cumbria. I'd love a classic kaiju marathon. Oh man, that sucks. Yeah, I can't. I'm itching for Prince Charles Cinema to be like classic Monster 9. It's just like all the awesome classic movies, man. Like I said, Beast from 20,000 Fathoms. Godzilla 1954, King Kong 1933. What's another class? Really big Gorgo from the 60s. I mean, I love Gorgo. Everyone forgets about Gorgo, the British Godzilla ripoff Gorgo, but it's so good as well. Oh, so good. I love monster movies. Tom 180 says Van Damme's best for me are Hard Target, Sudden Death, Time Cop, and for Seagal, I'd say Alpha. Alpha Justice is good. I've seen quite a lot of Seagulls, and I do quite like a lot of them. I think they're really just really fun action films. Favorite DC superhero? I'd say Batman. Yeah, Batman. I really like Batman. I've always liked Batman, to be honest. Thoughts on King of the Monsters? I think King of the Monsters has a really good monster sequences. I love the fact that we got to see King Ghidorah in like realized in really great CGI. He looks awesome in it. He looks intimidating as hell. I have problems with the movie. I think the whole family drama with the whole Orca machine and all the whole human aspect, I think it bogs the film down in a bad way. And it for me on especially on the rewatch recently, it really hampered my enjoyment of that film. I still like the film. I just think the whole human subplot, the human part of it, it's just a lot of bollocks in it, and it just kind of bogs down the film for me. There's aspects like I think the film would have been better if it, the film didn't need to have Mothra and Rodan in it, even though the Rodan sequence is one of my favorite parts of the film. Those two kaiju didn't need to be in the film. It could have been a film just basically solely about King Ghidorah versus Godzilla, and that could be the movie. But yeah, there's a lot of issues with that film. But man, fuck me, when he comes out as Burning Godzilla at the end, fuck, I lost my shit in the cinema because just so everybody knows, the original Japanese Burning Godzilla from the film Godzilla versus Destroyer is my favorite Godzilla design. And when he comes out as Burning Godzilla in King of the Monsters, I'm at the cinema literally wetting myself with excitement. I was so hyped when he just fucking steps and fucking melts everything. Oh, so good. Loved it. Loved it, guys. Fucking me. But yeah, I have a lot of problems with King of the Monsters, but overall, I still fairly like that movie a lot. But I think it is the weakest of the four, personally. Well, I'm fucking well behind the fucking chat. It's always the way. Uh, Dream holiday location. I'd love to go to Bangkok. I'd like to go to Japan. Japan's always been on the docket for me. They've got a fucking Godzilla hotel, so of course I want to go to Japan. Why wouldn't I when I go to Japan? They've got a bloody Godzilla hotel. Hell yeah. I think they've got a Godzilla museum as well, which is no brainer. I've got to go to that as well. We have the Quizmaster, Jimmy Jam. Hello, James. Thanks for jumping in the stream, my friend. Katie Ann asks, least favorite Star Wars film? Last Jedi. Dog shit film. I hate that movie. Jim Jam, just finished work, mate. Thought I'd pop by. Currently on the bus. Well, enjoy your bus journey while watching the stream, my friend. Appreciate you just chilling out on the bus. In the same 35 club as me tomorrow. Yeah, I know. I don't know where the time's gone. Like I remember being like 29 and being terrified of hitting 30 years old, and now here we are, 5 years later, hitting the 35 mark. Oh, scary shit, guys. Um, I convinced the wife to see Zilla at the cinema yesterday. She loved it. Awesome. Glad to see you're trying to push out the Godzilla love. Do like it a lot. Uh, Katie says, and me and my mates are going to watch Peter Rabbit next week. My brother's school is taking him to see it on Friday. Cool. Not seen the Peter Rabbit films, but I've heard that they're quite fun, which is cool. Uh, Jim Jab says, I've been picking up David Jason TV series of late. What David Jason? Is it just called David Jason? What TV series? Let me know. Simon says, got a dash now, pal. Work early tomorrow. Had a great time. Thanks. Have a brilliant birthday. Thank you so much, Simon. Really appreciate it, my dude. Don't work too hard tomorrow. Just, you know, do what you can, and see you next time, my dude. You always do this to me, James. You always do this to me. Why do you do it to me? No, get to the chopper. Do it now, you idiot. Get to the chopper. Do it. Tom Monator, well said, mate. On we all like what we like. Exactly, man. Like I don't have to apologize to anyone. I don't have to feel guilty. I don't have to care about what anyone thinks about what I like because I like it. That's how it is. And there's no doubt I'm going to be 80 years old and still love Godzilla, right? It's just going to be a fact, mate. and I don't give a shit what people think about that. I don't care. As long as you're not hurting people, you shouldn't care about it. You shouldn't care about what other people think about what you like. It shouldn't be even be a factor. British, did you see the pick I posted tonight of me in my chef's uniform? No, unfortunately, I've not seen that. Not seen it. Platinum guy, ever seen Sleeping Hollow? I've not actually, and I really want to actually because I remember my friend talking about that film. Not seen it. Weird, I know, but I always see it about on DVD in charity shops. Maybe I should just go and grab it just to have a little watch. Um, Movie hater. We'll try and make a special Instagram post for you tomorrow. It's a surprise. It's a surprise. What? But it will be decent content. Not stripper again this week. Okay, mate. Appreciate that, dude. Honestly, appreciate it. Ready Player movies. Did you enjoy the Valley of Gwangi? I've not seen Valley of Gwangi yet because it's on the Premium Collection HMV label, but I tend to wait for that label to have the 2 for 15 sale before I go and jump on it. So it's one of those really early kind of classic kind of dinosaur movies I've not seen yet. But yeah, I've heard it's really great and I want to see it. It looks great as well. Have you seen Chronicle? Chronicle's a really underrated found footage movie, you know. I really quite liked that film. The ending bit reminds me of, it's very inspired by the anime Akira. If you've seen Akira, James, the anime, it's very for me. I get massive Akira vibes from it. I've not seen Sponge Out of Water, unfortunately. I've not got round to watching the movies. I've seen the movie, the first one. Not got round to watching the sequels or whatever they are, but the other movies. Not got round to watching them. Excuse me. Favorite 80s icon. Thanks for jumping in the stream. Um, yeah, I was sorry, Grace. Thanks for jumping in the stream. I'm just jumping through his comments. I'm forgetting to say hello to people. Yeah, Grace, thanks for jumping in, my friend. Honestly. Wallpart Studio, thanks for jumping in the stream. Favorite 80s horror icon, probably Jason Voorhees. I love the Friday the 13th franchise. I think it's just fun, a lot of fun. Platonic Guy. To be honest, to me, you watch a Godzilla film for Godzilla and monster fighting, not silly family drama. Yeah, yeah, big time. Very, very much so. That's why I thing is, it's funny because Godzilla 2014 has that kind of family dynamic in the film, but it's not in your face. It's not kind of like the whole purpose of the film. It's kind of there, and it's kind of in there with the main character trying to go and find his wife and kid, and he's kind of like going along, and things are going wrong, and the mutants are destroying shit, and he's trying to find his way home. But I liked that. I thought that added the scale, that added the tension there, and at the end when they embrace, I get a bit choked up. Get a bit choked up in that movie. Not gonna lie. Jim Jam says, "Nice little Blu-ray haul, mate. That Jack Giant Slayer looked mint. Yeah, I was really happy with that Blu-ray haul I got the other day. Really, really good, really good. Yeah, really good. Cool titles for 50p each for sure. Favorites SpongeBob character? Probably Patrick. Hey, SpongeBob. The machinations. Yeah, Patrick just makes me laugh. I like those really silly idiot characters because I feel they just make me laugh because I'm just so kind of immature for my age. But it's like Ed and Eddie. I think Ed's hilarious in that. It's just stupid. It's just like Ed, why are you so stupid? I watch cartoons, Eddie. I love it. I just think those kind of characters are just funny to me. Really funny. Um, what are you hoping we see in Jurassic World next year with Alan Grant, Ellie, and Ian Malcolm back? It's going to be a really good film. I'm I've said this in my ranking video for Jurassic Park. For me, Jurassic Park is one of the most consistent franchises. I like every movie. Um, and this is like Dominion is going to be different because it's gonna have that spin where we've got dinosaurs on mainland. So I don't know how that's going to affect the storytelling in general. But yeah, I don't know what to hope really. Um, because it'd be cool to see. Uh, it'd be cool to see like interactions with like Owen and Alan Grant and them having in a conversation and see them engage with each other would be really cool. But I don't really know where they're going to take it narratively, um, because Fallen Kingdom was all about like, oh yeah, there's got all these rich people, they're buying all these dinosaurs, and now all these rich people from different countries are going to have these dinosaurs. I don't know if they're still going to go down that path of these people owning these dinosaurs, and I don't know whether they're going to go towards that weaponized dinosaur storyline. To be fair, I don't really want to see a Velociraptor with a machine gun tied to it. To be fair, um, you see, I don't like to. I don't really have any favorite YouTubers. Like, there's channels that I watch that I really enjoy, but I don't really have a favorite. I can't pick a favorite. That's not fair. There's so many channels doing great stuff. I cannot pick a favorite. It's impossible. Sorry, I can't do it. This wouldn't be fair. Last Ches, last chance Chaz, Ches. Can't talk today. Last chance Ches. Thanks for jumping in the stream, my friend, as always. Happy birthday, mate. Just looked on HTV's website. The DVD of Zack Snyder's Justice League has 10 minutes less compared to the Blu-ray and 4K. I also wonder if only the Blu-ray and 4K has bonus content. I have no clue. To be honest, I'm not really. Uh, I've not really kind of looked into the release of that, to be honest, because I'm not really sure if I want to own it or not. I haven't decided. Playtendo guy, favorite samurai film, Yojimbo, by Akira Kurosawa. One of my probably in my top. It's in my top 10 of favorite films of all time. Yojimbo is, I just think, one of the greatest samurai drama films ever made. The main character is so charismatic and so cool and badass, but reserved, and the way he kind of like carries himself is really cool. Toshiro Mifune, who plays the nameless samurai, the main character. To me, he was one of the he is one of the greatest actors to ever live. Like, I mean, I know he's not alive anymore, but I mean, he's one of my favorite actors of all time. Toshiro Mifune is he's so good at like acting and not really he can have no dialogue and act his ass off and just fucking be awesome. Like his facial expressions and stuff. You know what he's kind of thinking before he says anything or before he does stuff. You kind of can tell where his mind's at. He's such a great actor. But that film, Yojimbo, is a perfect. It's a perfect samurai film. I think it's brilliant, and it all takes place in this one town. It's just really so well made. If you've not seen Yojimbo, I can't recommend it enough. It's unbelievable. Ever seen Jumper? Yeah, I picked up Jumper recently in a charity shop haul. Um, but yeah, I think it's an all right little superhero movie. I don't think it's too bad. I think it's all right. What's your favorite T-shirt? I don't know what my favorite T-shirt is, to be honest. I've got so many T-shirts. I've got to do a T-shirt purge at some point. Yeah, I wouldn't know. Sorry, I couldn't tell you. I've got so many. I really couldn't tell you. Grace says, I literally just watched Sponge Out of Water and it's so good. That's cool. I need to check out the SpongeBob movies because I really do like SpongeBob. I think it's fun. What did you have for tea? I had hot dogs today. I had hot dogs. Hot dogs. Yes, sir. Yes, madam. Whatever. uh, Warp Art Studio. Would you like to see a live action James Cameron Akira film? I'm going to say no, solely based on the fact that we haven't really had very when they when the when Western Hollywood studios try to adapt anime, it doesn't really go very well. I don't think we've had a good one. Ghost in the Shell was okay at best. I didn't think it was anything amazing. And yeah, and Akira is so intricate in its story that I don't think I would like to see that. Like I said, with Chronicle had a lot of inspiration. You could tell it was very inspired by Akira, and there's a lot of elements that reminded me of Akira. But I think Akira is so famous for the animated film. I don't think I think it'd be too difficult to translate the story in 90 minutes in live. I just think it'd be near impossible to do justice. Personally, I think. But like I said, there's been very very rare occasions where animes are translated to live action well. And I think one of the best ones is probably Alita Battle Angel. I thought that was great. Obviously, it was produced by James Cameron, but I just think that was really good. So maybe James Cameron could adapt Akira live action well, but I'm just gonna say no, just on principle that I I don't think anime is very live action friendly for the most part. Even Japan, even the Japan made ones, I've seen stuff like Bleach made into live action. Didn't like that. The Attack on Titan films were okay. They weren't amazing. Get my point. The Death Note movie on Netflix was awful. There's a bunch of anime live action anime films that are just bad. Dragon Ball Evolution, one of the worst films of all time. So yeah, I just don't see it being good. I don't see them being able to adapt it right and adapt it well. And I think some of these stories are meant for animation and meant for the comic book. You know, especially when they're so Japanese. In my um, in my opinion, anyway. Is mayonnaise an instrument? If you want it to be, Fraser, it can. So if you believe it to be an instrument, it's an instrument. Produce. Have you played the remake of SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom? I have not, but I really wanted to get that when it came out because it looked like stupid fun. But I didn't want to pay the £35 they wanted for the bloody physical release, so I didn't bother picking it up. But it's something I wouldn't mind just jumping on just to have a look, see what it's like. It looks like a good bit of fun. Ed and Eddie was my childhood, along with Johnny Bravo. A lot of those classic Cartoon Network shows were the bollocks when I was growing up. I loved them. Do you like Adventure Time? Never watched Adventure Time, but it looks ridiculous. It looks ridiculous to me. I don't think it's meant to have context by the sound of it, but it looks ridiculous. But it's not something that's really catched my eye to be honest. I'm thinking of covering movies from my childhood, then that shaped my overall taste. What do you think? Individual video playlist or ranking format? I don't know which one to pick. Um, I mean, like, I think that's a really cool idea. I think it would be cool as a series, like if you did individual videos for each movie or something like that. I think that would be a good format. I think a series of videos would be good to see. Like you could title it something like childhood movies that shaped me or something, and have like part one, and then have this movie as a title or something, and then you can talk about each film. But that's just my opinion. Like that's why I think that'd be a good old thing. Um, so that's the thing. I wouldn't really want to rank the films that shaped my taste as growing up. So ranking, I think, would be difficult. So I think talking about each movie in a series would be a better bet. I think. British. Ever seen a charity chase film? Love the Christmas film. I have not, unfortunately. So do apologise. Uh, do you have licensed socks? I have Bug Bunny socks. Don't think I do. I swear I had like Darth Vader socks at some point, but I don't think I've still got bland sports socks these days. Um, I feel usually when you get licensed clothing, especially socks in particular, they're usually either thin socks, and I hate those thin socks. I like thick socks on my feet, mates. Last Chance Chairs picked up a steelbook for the first Expendables today. Oh, cool! That's a really good action film. I like that film. I saw it in the cinema when it came out. It was awesome. Um, yeah, I bet the steelbook looks good. I hope it's like unique in the artwork rather than being just a boring cover with all of them on the cover, which I think is a bit boring. Weirdest movie you've seen? Probably, probably Yakuza Apocalypse by Takeshi Mike. That's a weird film. It's a really weird film. You think it's gonna be this kind of like Yakuza mob boss, Japanese kind of mob kind of a movie, but it's not that at all. It sort of is, but it sort of isn't. It gets really fucking weird. And I didn't know what I was watching by the time it ended. I was like, what the fuck was that? I mean, it was entertaining, but it was so strange. It devolved into something that I just didn't know what I was watching afterwards. Yeah. I would say Yakuza Apocalypse was a bit fucking weird. I'm off now. Got work early. Have a great day tomorrow, mate. Appreciate that, Paulie, man. Don't work too hard tomorrow, mate. Have a good day. Last chance. I can't say it's really your name's really hard to say. Last chance, Chess. Thought it was just the first movie, but the previous owner swapped out the DVDs for the other two Expendables movies Blu-rays. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's a cool thing for them to do. Give you the trilogy, but in one case, or something like that. I think that's what you mean, right? They gave you the three films rather than just the first one. Favorite Pokemon for me, either Pikachu or Eevee. For me, it's Raichu or Mewtwo are my favorite Pokemon. Um, I've decided. Grace says I've decided just collecting VHS tapes as well as Blu-ray. Um, that's cool. I would love to collect more VHS, but for some reason VHSs are climbing in prices now, especially if you want to go horror movies, especially the horror ones. They're going up in price. So I've chose not to collect them. I've got my Godzilla ones, of course, which I paid way too much money for. I've got a couple of ones up the top of the shelf you can't see. I've got like the original Star Wars trilogy on VHS because they're the unaltered ones of the theatrical cuts, which is cool to have on VHS. I've got the Critters 2 and 3 on VHS. Just want to get the first Critters film at some point to have that trilogy. Um, I've got the original King Kong on VHS and King Kong 76 on VHS as well. But I don't think I'm going to get any more VHSs because prices are just going up really silly. Ever seen The Attack of the Adult Babies? Is a strange film. I have not, but I have watched Big Paulie's video review of it, and it doesn't sound like it's for me at all. It sounds quite grotesque and a bit weird. So yeah, unfortunately, it's not for me. Walt Bar Studio, are you looking forward to the new Dune film? Do you know what? I have not seen the original Dune, uh, but my dad used to bang on about that film. He used to love that film. So I guess I need to get onto the original at some point. But yeah, I would want to watch the original before checking out the new one. It is a remake, right? It's not a sequel. Obviously you can let me know. Um, have you played Until Dawn? Yes, I love that game. I thought it was great. I thought it was such a great kind of almost meta horror movie, but you play it. I thought it was great. I thought it was really, really good. Favorite musicals? I'm not into musicals per se. I wouldn't go out my way to watch anything musical, but if I would pick one, it'd probably be South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut because it's South Park, and I love South Park, and the songs are really good in that one. So yeah, I would say that. I would say South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. Grace Hutchins says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2014 didn't deserve the hate it got. I agree. I think both of those movies, the rebooted Turtles films, are pretty fun. And yeah, I don't think they deserve the hate. I generally, this comes from I'm a massive Turtles fan, so yeah, I don't think they deserve the hate at all. I thought they were fun movies. They have their problems, but I think they're just generally entertaining films. Um, Never seen Critters. It's like Gremlins. Yeah, there's a lot of comparisons to Gremlins. The thing with Critters is that the script was written before Gremlins came out, but because Gremlins was a creature feature that got made loads of money and was popular, and Critters didn't come out until afterwards, people would call it a Gremlins ripoff, which I disagree. I think Critters is its own movie. It's so underrated. If you've not seen the original Critters movie, I think it's a underrated horror sci-fi gem. I love it to pieces. If there's any film in my collection that I've watched the most, is probably the first Critters movie. I love that film. I think it's brilliant. Um, yeah, I think if you like little monster creature features like Gremlins, I think you might enjoy Critters. I prefer it over Gremlins. That is somewhat sacrilegious to a lot of people, but I think it's a better movie. personally. I just is it a better made movie? No, but do I enjoy it more? Yes. So that's the way I see it. Do you remember Attack the Block? I think it was one of those. I really like that film. I thought that film was really, really good. It's got John Boyega in it before he became famous, right? Before he got onto Star Wars. Yeah, I remember quite liking that film. I thought it was decent. Oh, wrong one. Sorry, skipping one. I only need the Return of the King to complete my Lord of the Rings. Awesome. I love the Lord of the Rings trilogy. What a trilogy! So good. Last Chance Shares. Yeah, that's what I meant. So I have the trilogy in one steelbook instead of just the one movie. The design of the steelbook has Stallone's uh, back tattoo and red skull with all the guns and knives on the back. That sounds cool. I like when steelbooks go that extra mile and not just have the generic box art on it. Ever walked out of a cinema? I almost did when I went and saw Slaughterhouse Rules um, in 2018 because that film was really, really bad, and I just thought it was utter crap. And I could have just left, but I used to have a girlfriend back then, and I was with her, and we sat through the whole thing. And I walked out, and I was just like, "Well, that was crap," and she agreed with me. So yeah, has anyone seen Slaughterhouse Rules? Because I thought it was a load of shit, to be honest, and I kind of wanted my money back a little bit. Warp Art Studio. What do you think? What do you think of expensive premium Blu-ray and 4K films such as Kimichi, Featherina, and Black Brown? I don't know these films, so I don't have any context of what you mean by them films. When you say expensive, what kind of price bracket do you mean? Um, because say if a 4K comes out at £35, I'm not going to buy it. Just for example, I think the price hike for 4K is not worth it. I don't understand why 4K. I don't understand why Blu-rays can come out at 20 and a 4K come. Oh, I say that. I don't understand why Blu-ray can come out at 12.99 and then 4K comes out at 25 quid. I don't know why there's such a. It's almost double its price. If that's what you mean, I don't understand. Especially with 4K, I don't understand. You're getting extra resolution, sure, but I still think the price hike is a bit ridiculous. But yeah, I need to pick up the Deep Blue Sea trilogy. Yeah, I want to get them because I've heard Deep Blue Sea 2 is shit, but I've heard the third one's actually all right. Tom, got to go now, Jason. I've enjoyed the stream for an hour. Have a good one tomorrow. Thanks so much, Tom, man. Appreciate the support as always. Um, uh, isn't Attack the Block getting a sequel? I have no idea, man. I don't know. Be a bit late for a sequel. I've always felt there's been films that have had sequels that have come out too late. Like the 300 sequel was 10 years too late for me. The Sin City, excuse me, the Sin City sequel was 10 years too late for me. There's these random sequels that come out that are so late to the game that I just, you know, I think the hype for the first film is gone. The people don't care about. It's like Avatar. I think Avatar 2009 Avatar came out, and yet James Cameron wants to put out 4 films between 2023 and 2028. 4 sequels. I'm like, who cares? I don't care about it. Just FYI, I don't care about the first Avatar. I just think it's overrated as all hell. But it's been too long. Like, who really cares about the Avatar sequels at this point? If he would have released those Avatar sequels and got the sequel out 2 or 3 years after the first one, like 2012 or whatever, sure, there would have been interest there, and I think he would have had another hit on his hands. But now, man, he's waited way too long. I just don't understand why some of these studios and directors want to put out a sequel that's, you know, 10, 12, 15, nearly 20 years after the fact. It doesn't seem logical to me. It's ridiculous. That's just my little rant on Avatar. I do apologise. uh, uh, excuse me. Ready Player One. Ready Player One. See, I knew I was going to make that mistake tonight with your name, dude. Ready Player movies. Meaning it just went down as you start answering my question, Jason. So I completely missed your answer. Fuck. Oh, I just ranted about Avatar having a sequel like 15 years after the fact. It's a bit pointless. Um, And yeah, I don't know about the uh, what question was you asking? Where's your last question? Shit. Oh, I'm guessing you were talking about the last question. Yeah, I was just saying about I don't know about Attack of Block getting a asking your question. Where was your question? Okay, yeah, about Attack the Block. Yeah, I really enjoyed Attack the Block. I thought it was really good, dude. And it's got John Boyega before he became like famous. But yeah, I really like Attack the Block. I think it's good. Can you last all night for streaming? Probably not. I have gone on until like 4 in the morning, but I've had a guest, so we've been bouncing off each other, chatting on my own. I'm probably gonna say midnight would be my cut-off point tonight. I think because I've got to be up tomorrow and I'm going out and stuff like that, birthday and all that. You know what I mean? So yeah, probably won't go all night, unfortunately. Douche. I'm picking up 28 Days Later on VHS as it's probably better quality than DVD and Blu-ray. Probably is, the Blu-ray is horrendous. The transfer on 28 Days Later on Blu-ray is horrendous. I would not, I would never ever recommend the Blu-ray. I think the DVD would be okay, but yeah, I think the VHS would be probably the way to go with that film, maybe, perhaps. Favorite Clint Eastwood film? Mine is Two Mules for Sister Sarah. It's a really kind of obscure western he did, which is really a really good movie. Really love that one. Uh, Last Chance Ches. Have you seen the 2006 movie See No Evil, starring? I'm guessing you're talking about the Glenn Jacobs Kane. Yes, I have. I don't really remember much of it. I saw it a long time ago. I think that's when it came out. Um, yeah, I don't really remember. I remember it being almost like a reverse kind of, almost very inspired by Psycho, but in a different kind of way. Um, from what I remember, I don't know. I don't remember it being good or bad or whatever. Yeah, 20, Warp Art Studio. They are special premium film release companies. They take a film such as It, Alien, Blade Runner, throw in some extras like posters and film cards. They sell for over £100, which is insane. Yeah, that's going over the top for me. That's going way over the top. Especially like I don't really care for these editions that you get these massive box editions. They have a bunch of tat. Um, because it's just tat that I'm not going to use. Um, so yeah, like oh yeah, just give me a regular 4K of it. Oh yeah, give me a regular 4K of Alien. Give me a regular 4K of Blade Runner. I'm fine with the standard 4Ks. I don't care for a big edition with a bunch of collectible tat. I just don't care. So yeah, especially when they're going to be £100 a go. I don't know how they can justify a price like that when the sounds of it, all it is just a bunch of tat they're giving you on top. Um, but yeah, that's my opinion. It just seems a bit excessive. For it seems like a high price for not a lot in return. Can you drive or do you have a car? That's a no. I did start learning to drive in 2019, but then the pandemic happened, and I've lost, I've lost all enthusiasm for driving. I don't care right now at the moment. And my dad passed away last year, so he was a big driving force, no pun intended, on me getting to drive. And now he's gone. I've lost all enthusiasm for that for driving. I'm hoping to get 28 months later on VHS. That'd be cool. That'd be cool to get on VHS. I don't know if he's even out on VHS. It might be. I'm not sure when VHS actually died. Because I think DVD was out for a long while. I think yeah, DVD was out for quite a while before VHS died. Because I had VHS well into the early 2000s before I got DVD. From which actress do you fancy? I've got a big celebrity crush on Gal Gadot, aka Wonder Woman. Yeah, I've always said like, I came out of that first movie fancying the tits of her big time. Anyway, I'm heading off now. Anyway, I need to put my next video through the editing suite and upload before I go to bed. Catch you later, buddy, and have a great day tomorrow. Appreciate it, man. I'll be sure to check out your channel, dude. Honestly, I'll be sure to check out your channel. Yeah, and have a good one, man. See you soon. Um, have you seen Star is Born? I have not, but I've heard it's really good. Really, really, really good. Um, uh, ever seen that Lily James new film? I don't know who Lily James is, so that'll be a no. Sorry. She plays Pamela Anderson. No, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Sorry. I'm awful at these questions. Um, what's the appeal of collecting VHS? I have no desire to rewind anymore. For me, like, I'm not collecting VHS, but it's more it's more of a like Godzilla for me. I wanted them on VHS. I like the idea that I've got them all on VHS. Like it's a collecting thing for me. The Godzilla stuff, but there are other films that I would like to get on VHS just based on nostalgia. So I don't really plan to watch many of these, um, but I do kind of stick them on just to have that audio visual kind of nostalgia, little nostalgia nuke moment, because I've got a VHS player there under my Xbox. I've got a VHS player there, so I do bung something on from time to time just to get that little kind of inner nostalgia buzz. But it's not something I would. I do. It's not something I'm gonna collect because it's just I've got no room for one. And VHS is, since charity shops don't take them anymore, the eBay market is ate up VHSs in there, going for high prices now. So I'm just not something I'm gonna bother with now. Uh, I've got a huge crush on Margot Robbie. I know a lot of people that do, but she does nothing for me personally in terms of an attraction sense. She does nothing for me, unfortunately. Oh, I skipped the guy. Oh, Bush. I'm currently working on a Rocky film ranking video. Hopefully, will be uploaded soon. Awesome. Looking forward to seeing that, my dude. So I'll be sure to check out your channel soon. Honestly, I will. There's so many channels you need to check out and catch up on. I try to return the favor as much as I can. Excuse me. To be fair, I do understand Godzilla collecting on VHS. Ah, cool. Well, I appreciate that you understand my collecting habits for Godzilla. Last Chance Jez. Favorite movie by WB Studios. I love that Sea of Evil, its sequel, and the Condemned starring Stone Cold Steve Austin. See, I've not seen many of them at all. I think now I've just remembered. I think the best film WB Studios has ever produced is No One Lives with Luke Evans. That film is awesome. If you've not seen No One Lives, that's an awesome horror slasher revenge film. It's so good. It's awesome. Uh, have I skipped someone? No, I haven't skipped anything. All right. What consoles do you own? I own a PS4 and I own a. It's not mine. It's my brother's, but I have a Xbox One S. I also have boxed away. I have the original Xbox boxed away, and I have the original PS2 boxed away as well. Ready Player Movies, just to give you a heads up, even though I'm English, you may need to turn on subtitles. Ha ha ha. Okay. Okay, cool. Thanks for the heads up, dude. Appreciate it. Uh, Wallpark Studio, are you in any Facebook movie groups? I buy 90% of my films in Facebook groups now. Fantastic community. I'm in the Blue Tube community Facebook group. I'm in the Big Paulie Chatty Movie and TV group, and I'm in the Movie Bug Facebook group. So you can, but I don't post very often in there, if I'm honest with you. So you might not see me there that often posting, but I am in there. I'm in the. I do see posts. I do see when people post and stuff like that. Mate, just ordered your birthday gift. Should be with you Friday. I hope you like it. I appreciate that, man. You didn't have to do that, but I really do appreciate it, dude. Don't be sorry, man. It's all good. Like the fact that you've gone out your way to get me something is really nice. So yeah, thanks so much, Jamie, man. Happy birthday, by the way. Appreciate it. Thanks so much, dude. Tomorrow should be a good day of just me meeting up with an old friend and just hanging out and just catching up in like a year that I haven't even spoke to him. So that'd be good. Have you got the PS4 Godzilla game? It goes for see. I do. Of course I do. Of course I do. How can I not have that in the collection? Oh god, I gotta get it. Yes, yes, sir. I do have it. Yes, sir. Yeah. So, yeah, you say, yeah, it goes for silly money online, even pre-owned. Yeah, it had a very small print run. Um, I paid stupid money for it, but I wanted it so bad. I traded a bunch of stuff in CEX. I had about like 100 quid in vouchers at the time. This was £70 in CEX, and I just got it. I just got it immediately. It's very rarely to be in stock in CEX. I looked it up now, and I can get more than what I paid for it now trading. So I did all right, but I don't understand the hate for this game. I really enjoy this game. If you're a Godzilla fan and you want that kind of feeling of being a slow, stomping, massive monster, I think this delivers as a Godzilla game. But I can understand why people that are not Godzilla fans think this game isn't very good. But I really enjoyed this game. I think it's an underrated PS4 game. But again, I'm a massive Godzilla nerd, so I'm gonna like it most likely. But yeah, it cost me £70. It was well expensive, but I had a voucher for CEX, so I just jumped on it to get it because I thought I've got to have it in the collection. Got to have it. I also have on PS2. I have Godzilla Saves the Earth and Godzilla Unleashed as well. Those two games. But yeah, I love that PS4 game. Godzilla, awesome. Uh, I need to pick up Jojo Rabbit. I've never seen Jojo Rabbit, I've heard really good things though. We have the bounty of the Dun. Rob Fett's bounty. Thanks for jumping in, Rob. Do appreciate you showing up, my dude. He says happy birthday to Thursday. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, really appreciate it. Jojo Rabbit was awesome. My brother still has the card. Excuse me. My brother still has the cardboard cutout of Hitler that the cinema gave him last year. That's a bit weird to have, isn't it? Hitler cardboard cutout. I mean, it's a cool piece of movie memorabilia, though, I suppose. Ever seen Buffy or Angel? I tell you what, all the big 90s shows I never watched. I've never watched Xena. I never watched X Files. I never watched Buffy. I never watched Angel. What other massive 90s shows were there that everyone watched? Yeah, I never watched any of those stuff. Never watched it. Friends, never watched Friends. I'm just kind of a loser in that regard, I suppose. The only show that came out in the 90s that I watched late 90s was Charmed, and I loved Charmed. That's about it. I barely watched any shows in the 90s. Do you own a multi-region Blu-ray player? No, I do not. Unfortunately, I really want to get one because there's so many Scream Factory Blu-ray releases that I want to own. They've got a Critters box set. I want it. They've got that awesome Friday the 13th box set. I really want that Friday the 13th box set. It's so cool. But yeah, I don't have one. I just think they're really expensive. Like I found one on Amazon. It's like 135 quid for a multi-region LG player. I'm just like, do I want to play that? Do I want to pay it? I don't know. Oh, don't say that to me. I saw the Godzilla game in game brand new a few years ago for a fiver. Really wish I picked it up now, considering how rare. Yeah, man, bloody hell, £5. That's unreal. Yeah, it sells for about 200 quid sealed now. It's crazy. Goes for crazy money. I paid crazy money for my pre-owned copy, 70 quid. But I had a voucher, so I don't really care. I'm just happy that I own it. What came first, the chicken or the egg? See, that is the question of all questions, right? That is the question of all questions because you have to have the chicken to lay the egg, but you can't have the chicken without the egg. I'm going to say the chicken came first because the chicken could have, the chicken could have developed through evolution. So you could have been like a sea monster, turned it into a weird kind of bird thing, then became a chicken, and then laid the egg. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say the chicken. I've solved the issue. It is the chicken. There we go. I've solved it. Boom. You've seen it here first. I solved the issue. Through evolution, because of evolution, the chicken came first. Boom. There you go. Okay, cool, man. Cool. I say man, but I do apologize. Jojo Rabbit. It's a really funny movie, but it's also emotional. Cool. I will check that out at some point. Ever seen Firefly? No. Don't at me, please. I don't even have Twitter, so you couldn't at me. It's funny. Um, yeah, never seen Firefly. I've heard it's really good, but I also heard it was cancelled, so that kind of puts me off a little bit. Cause I've heard it doesn't really have an ending, which is a shame. Last chance, Jez. I'm really trying to find Shin Godzilla in HMV or CX, but I haven't found it on Blu-ray in store since its release. That's interesting, really. I thought that was more of a. I generally thought Shin Godzilla was a more common Blu-ray uh, to get hold of in the UK. Anyway, I'm not sure if you're from the UK or not, but just in general, like, yeah, I'm surprised, man. I'm really surprised because I thought it was more of a more common Godzilla film. Do you like Big Bang Theory? I've never ever got into it. I've tried, but I just can't get into that. To be honest with you, um, it's going to be a subscriber mail, of course. It's going to be a birthday subscriber mail, Jamie. Please film your film. Please film your reaction to the birthday gift. Thanks. Always like to see reactions to the gifts. It's going to be a birthday subscriber mail. Don't worry, Jamie. It's going to be a video. That's good. I like that. The chicken came first because KFC created it. Oh yeah, they do like creating their artificial chickens. I love KFC though. It's probably why I've put on weight over lockdown. Favorite comedy show? Probably Bottom. I love Bottom from the early '90s with Rick Mayall and Adrian Edmondson. Oh, it's so funny. I love it. It's so stupid. It's so funny. The It Crowds need to Blu-ray. Never watched the It Crowd to be honest with you. Oh mate, Alan Scouser, dude. Thanks for jumping in the stream, my friend. I honestly, mate, I never miss a video. I love your channel. You got great content. Keep doing the videos, man. Awesome channel, Alan Scouser. If anyone's not subscribed to Alan Scouser, go and subscribe to the dude. He's got a great channel. Big horror fan. He is. Great channel. Do you have a favorite documentary? That's hard. I don't think I have. Actually, I do. Actually, that's a lie. It's not really a documentary. It's more like a. Is it a documentary though? My favorite because it's more kind of reality TV. Is it a documentary? I don't know. You can answer in the comments uh, if it's a documentary or not. But I love Making a Murderer on Netflix. Making a Murderer is unbelievably good, um, and yeah, season two came out. I had to just pay for Netflix just to watch season two. If there is ever a season three, which I hope they can get a season three, and we actually see a resolution to this whole saga, um, yeah, season three. If they get put out season three, I'm going to pay for Netflix again just to watch season three. And thing is, with Making a Murderer, I literally binged series two because fucking hell, that show is so good. Loved it. If that's a documentary, does that count as a documentary? Yeah. Oh, it does. Cool. Awesome. The chicken came first. Well, that's what the rooster said anyway. Bottom was great. I mate, I love Bottom. So good. Yeah, that's a documentary. Yeah, Making the Murderer, probably my favorite. I love that show. I loved it so much. I literally binge watched the first series in one go, pretty much. And then season two came out, and I was just like, "Oh my god, I gotta watch this!" And it still hasn't. They still haven't really resolved the case and like that. Oh mate, if there's a season three, there's got to be a season three, right, mate? There's got to be a season three at some point. Oh mate, I love Making the Murderer. It's so good. Uh, it's really good too. Yeah, it's so good. Would Borat come under as a more like a mockumentary? Like it's like reality TV, but kind of like it, Borat is kind of like it's reality TV, but it's a joke. It's like fooling people. I wouldn't know what you would classify. To me, it's just a comedy movie for me, but a documentary I wouldn't really say because it's not factual. It's more about him just fooling people. Yeah, man, you're pretty. You're very much welcome, my dude. You're very much welcome. I watch all your videos. I think you got you're very knowledgeable on your horror, and I just really like your videos, mate. I just think you're very watchable. You're very engaging to watch, and yeah, love your channel, dude. Great stuff. Least favorite Resident Evil game. I was gonna say I would be boring and say Resident Evil 6, but everyone says Resident Evil 6. I didn't like the Outbreak games. I thought the Outbreak game when they tried to go online with the Outbreak games on PS2, didn't really care about those that much. But I wouldn't. Yeah, but would I say they're the one least favorite? I mean, probably. Yeah, probably. Excuse me. Oh God, I always feel disorientated with sneezing. I hate it. I hate sneezing's the worst. Isn't that sneezing's the worst thing in the world? Right. Yeah, I don't know. Favorite, least favorite Resident Evil game. Yeah, probably the Outbreak games. Survival was pretty shit as well. Um, yeah, it's a hard question, really. But a lot of the spin-off games were not very good in my opinion. However, I feel like I'm the only one that would say Operation Raccoon City, the third-person shooter Resident Evil game, is highly underrated because I really enjoyed that game. Anyway, we move on. Uh, Also, have you seen the Resident Evil? I've not seen them all, and I think they're fairly forgettable. The ones I've seen, I think I've seen Degeneration and Damnation, the two earlier films. I thought they were fairly forgettable. To be honest with you, I don't really remember much of them. I think I've only ever seen them once, but something I probably would check them out if I get them on Blu-ray or something and give them a rewatch. How many pets have you got? I've got zero pets. I live with my mum and she doesn't want any pets, so that's that. Unfortunately, if I saw Borat in the streets, I'd run as fast as possible. Yeah, I suppose that's. I mean, we all know it's bloody Sacha Baron Cohen at this point, so I don't think people would run away. They'll just be like doing the voice and I like sex is nice. Oh yes, yes. They'll do the voice stuff like that. So I don't think people would run because they just know it's Sacha Baron Cohen as Borat now. But skip someone. Sorry. Favorite HBO series that's not Game of Thrones. I'm currently watching Broadwalk Empire, starring Steve Buscemi after getting a book that tells the story of the guy the main character is based on. Oh, okay, cool. That's interesting. Um, I'm unfamiliar with what HBO makes, to be honest. I only I only I only know that they've made Game of Thrones. I don't know anything else, so probably nothing else. I don't really watch TV shows, to be honest with you. Unfortunately, it takes me a long time to get into any TV show, so I just tend to not really bother. I mean, I got into Game of Thrones, and season 3 was just about to air, so I got into Game of Thrones well late. I mean, that's not that late; it's only like season 3, but that's 2 seasons. That's like 2 years of it that I didn't even watch. But people were bang on about how great it was, and I love Game of Thrones, but that last season kind of ruined it for me. My other brother Archibald says hi. Hello there. Hello there. Do you have an all favorite horror movie, Jason? Yes, that would be The Exorcist. I think it's a pitch perfect horror movie with pitch perfect performances. The atmosphere is unbelievably terrifying, and the ending came out of nowhere for me, and I thought it was brilliant. I just think it's a pitch perfect 10 out of 10 horror film uh, for me. Um, Alan, what's yours? Let me know yours. That'd be cool. I don't think I know what yours is. Funny enough, Borat seems like a nice guy. Does he? Don't know about that. Don't know about that personally. 50p Movie Club. I like the first few series of Ray Donovan with Liv Schreiber. I got into Game of Thrones late too. Yeah, I got into it. Yeah, like I said, fuck, I forgot my train of thought. Yeah, I got into it as season 3 was starting to air, and after that, I'd binge watch it religiously. Um, but yeah, I love that show. Season 8 just kind of ruined it. Like I said, like I feel they just like the two guys that were bloody writing it. They just rushed through the writing process so they can go and move on to Star Wars, which they eventually was kicked off from writing. So it just seems like they rushed Game of Thrones season 8 on purpose to go and do another job they were doing, which was Star Wars at the time. And then now they ended up not doing the Star Wars project. So it feels like they rushed it for no reason, which is a shame. And HBO begged them to make it a 10 episode season, and they said no. Apparently, but it's weird because I thought HBO would be in charge of what it would be. Um, but yeah, it's a shame. That's the thing with Game of Thrones. It makes it difficult to go and rewatch Game of Thrones now because I know that it's just the ending is just sucks. Got to head off now. Happy birthday from Roger. Thanks so much. I really appreciate that, Grace. Honestly, thank you. Uh, have a good night and have a good rest of the week. What what film surprised me? Well, as in I went in what context? Like, see, like it's weird because looking at the trailer and thinking it looked like shit, and then I was surprised it was really good, or just went in blind and loved it. The one film that comes to mind that I went into the cinema blind and I loved it was probably Big Hero 6. I went into that film knowing nothing about it at all, and I absolutely adore that movie. That movie still makes me laugh to this day. I think Baymax is adorable. I've got a Baymax plush there. You can't see it. I can't get it just behind stuff, but I do have a Baymax plushie there. Yeah, I think Baymax is awesome. Yeah, pro Big Hero 6. I thought that was a fantastic film. Uh, do you know the Kermit bloke? As in Kermit's Ghost, the channel? I don't know him, but I know his channel, yes. Loved your Mortal Kombat ranking video. Have you dived into Conquest yet? Yeah, I watched about 10 minutes of the first episode of Conquest and it was pretty abysmal. And I haven't brought myself to watch the rest yet. So that's going to be a difficult watch, I think. Do you like the Doom film? The first one, The Rock, I think is fairly entertaining. It's got nothing really to do with Doom, unfortunately, the game. But I feel as a film, as a kind of like macho action film, I think it's quite a fun little movie. Uh, Most overrated actor? I don't know. I mean, There's an actor I don't like Danny Dyer. I think is pretty abysmal. I don't think he's good at all. Don't like him. Um, yeah, I really couldn't say most overrated actor. To be honest, I really couldn't answer that question. That's difficult. Sorry, dude, I can't really give you an answer there. The bloke with the Kermit toy and the gangster sunglasses is a cool bloke. Yeah, I know his channel. Alan, his name is. But I don't know him. If you understand what I mean. Anyway, Alan Scouser. I have many, but probably two stand out. Frankenstein 1931, the movie that got me into horror. Nice. And Dracula 1958, as Christopher Lee is my all-time favorite Dracula. Yeah, I saw your recent review of a Dracula film, but it was like a more recent Dracula film. And I remember you saying you hated it. And Christopher Lee's like the best Dracula. I'm very unfamiliar with the Dracula movies, so maybe that's something I need to get into. To be fair, um, ever cried at a film? Not particularly. No. Got choked up, yeah, but never actually full on cried. I don't think I have. Not that my memory ever is any good, but yeah, I don't think I've ever cried at a film. And I'm not just saying that because I'm like I don't cry. I generally don't remember if I have or not. To be honest, Sacha Baron Cohen is a comedy genius. Just watch his segment on the Jimmy Kimmel Show here on YouTube. He acts as if he's on the run from the police selling COVID vaccines from the black market to celebs. That sounds brilliant. That sounds brilliant. It really does. Favorite Jim Carrey film? Oh, that's a tough one. Liar Liars up there. I love that film. I love The Mask. I don't know if uh I don't know if I'm in the minority there for liking The Mask. Yeah, Liar Liar, The Mask, uh Bruce Almighty is hilarious. Yeah, there's a few that I like. I don't really think I have a favorite, to be honest. I really liked him in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I thought he was great in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, and I kind of loved the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Not gonna lie, I got it on Blu-ray. Fairly like it. Karloff, greatest Frankenstein movie ever. Cool. Something I've got to check out. Do you know Lou Reed, as in the music artist? I sort of know him, but his music's not for me. It's not my cup of tea, to be honest. What video editing software do you use? I use Adobe Premiere Pro, which is from my point of view, it's the best software going. I think. Um, have you seen? Sorry, chopping. Have you seen number 23? Yeah, that's a really underrated one, actually. I think it's an underrated Jim because he plays it more serious. It's one of his serious roles. Fairly enjoyed that one, you know. I haven't seen it in a while, but yeah, I fairly enjoyed that. It's quite an underrated thriller. That one is. That one is definitely an underrated thriller. 8 people in the chat. Thank you everyone for jumping in the stream. We do appreciate it today. It's been a fun little stream answering these questions. I've enjoyed it, man. I've enjoyed it, guys. Honestly, but we've come to the end of the chat and we're coming up to 12 o'clock. So if you want to get some last minute questions, boom, 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 get them in, guys, and we'll start to wrap up the stream. So should I say guys and girls, of course? Oh, boom! You ask, and they shall provide. Last chance, Ches. One joke in that Sacha Baron Cohen segment he makes is he's had a phone order from Kanye West and asks if he needs 5 doses for him. And the Kardashians, it was made 2 days after Kim and Kanye split up. Oh, that's funny. I love it when, like, I love it where comedians can make light of current events and just take the piss. I just think it's funny. Boosh. Oh, fuck me. Where am I going? There we go. Right. I had a few issues with Premiere Pro, but I agree. Number 3 is underrated. Yeah, it's 100%. What? Let me know what issues you've had with Premiere Pro. Because I had crashing issues, but then I updated it and it was fine. Um, yeah, let me know what issues you've had, man. I'd be interested to see what issues you've been having. Movie with James. Hello, sir. Thanks for jumping in the stream, my dude. Hey, hey, hey. What do you use to stream? I'm using StreamYard to stream, which is like probably the easiest piece of it's the easiest streaming thing I've come across. I tried to learn OBS, but it's very complicated. But StreamYard is super easy. You create an account, you link your YouTube channel to it, and then you just create a broadcast, and then you just click go live, and you're live. You're done. You're there. So yeah, it's really good like that. Favorite movie on 4K? I don't have many 4Ks. I'm quite new to the 4K arena, so like I've only started really getting into 4K for about a week or so. But I think in terms of like my favorite film on 4K at the moment in terms of what it looks like would be Godzilla 2014 because I feel this had a new color grade where it used to be really dark. You couldn't really used to see much in the night scenes in the original release. They've made a new color grade for it, and now it looks better than ever, and it just looks really good. So I think the 4K for Godzilla 2014 is unbelievably good. So that would be my favorite, but I don't have many. I have maybe four, four 4Ks. Don't have many at all, but I'm hoping to start picking up some 4Ks in the future. Have you played Little Nightmares? No, but I've seen people play it. It looks really fun and quite nightmarish as well. It looks quite horrible in some moments, some points. But yeah, it looks pretty good. I know there's a sequel as well, right? There's a sequel that's just come out. Um, I'm going to show my friends at sixth form about you tomorrow. Oh, I appreciate that. I guess if it gets people on the channel, that's all good. Like, yeah, share the channel around. Appreciate it. Um, Export issues caused by the update, funnily enough, seems to be pretty. Really, I've not had that issue. I've had export in failures before, but it's usually because I've added um usually added a video transition that hasn't had enough memory to be able to actually render, so it failed. But I've never had it just be fucked. But then again, I do have updates awaiting me to be triggered that I hadn't updated yet on my cloud profile. Um, so maybe I shouldn't update by the sounds of it. Do I have any tattoos? No, I do not. Unfortunately, I'm terrified of needles. So a tattoo sounds like 1,000 needles going in your arm at once. Sounds horrific to me. Um, do I have tattoo ideas? Of course, I would love to get a Godzilla tattoo, of course. But I would. I'm just. I don't think I'll be able to get through it. To be honest, I just don't think I will. That's just me. That's just me, unfortunately. So yeah, I have no tattoos. I have bare arms, as you can see. Nothing, even my shoulder. Nothing here. Bare arms. Boom. No tattoos for me. Uh, do you play Fortnite? Do I play Fortnite? No, I don't. I used to. Only I used to. My ex has a little boy. He was about 9, and he loved it, and I used to play it with him. Um, but I don't play it myself. I cannot because I don't really like Star Trek. So no, I can't. I can't do it. Sorry. Sorry. Right, we have. I'm coming off at midnight, so we have 12 minutes. Throw in, throw in your questions, people. Nice arms they are too, Jason. Thank you, I suppose. Thank you so much. I guess. Thanks for the stream and great content overall. Appreciate the hug, but thanks, man. I really do appreciate the support, man. Always. It's always cool to wake up in the morning and have people commenting on my videos and stuff like that. It's really cool. Uh, do you play Dead by Daylight? No, I did get it a few months ago, maybe about a year ago. It was released as a free PlayStation Plus title, but I've never actually jumped on it. I'm not really a multiplayer gamer. I'm more into my single player narrative story driven games. So yeah, usually I don't really go get into those multiplayer games. I understand like I'm playing Outriders right now, and it is a like multiplayer game as well. But I've never actually I'm playing it solo because I like it. I like playing games on my own. I think I like my own space, my own time to play a game rather than being pressured by friends or randos on a competitive or co-op game. Just frustrating me. Just frustrates me the pressure of playing games multiplayer. I'd rather just play it on my own and just play solo and enjoy the story or whatever the gameplay is. Which ever been abroad? Yes, lots of times. 2019, I went to America. I went to Florida, which was one of the greatest times of my life. Such a good holiday. Met some Friends that I've known for a good few years for the first time in person, which was awesome. I loved it. It was great. Kill more crates. Exactly, Robert Fett. Exactly. Um, Good night, guys. See you again Friday if you are on. I am, yeah. I've got Keith from Euphoria Pictures on as a guest on Friday, so look forward to that. As always, Friday night stream of Euro News, 8:30 p.m. So yeah, Friday stream as normal, guys. Should be fun. Thanks for jumping on. Last chance, Ches. Really appreciate the support. If you have PSN is fun to play with friends. I just never got into multiplayer stuff. I'd rather play games on my own, if I'm honest. Uh, Awesome stream, mate. You have a great day tomorrow. Yeah, I hope so. I plan to, man. Movie releases you are most looking forward to. I don't even know what's coming out. I know we've got Spiral out this week. Um, Army of the Dead looks good. Army of the Dead is literally a zombie film. It's a zombie heist film. It sounds awesome to me. What's not to like there? Um, yeah, yeah, that looks good. Army of the Dead, but I don't know what else is coming out that I really care to go and see. To be honest, I don't know. I literally maybe the Candyman remake whenever that gets released. Maybe Quiet Place 2 whenever that gets released. But yeah, I forget what's coming out to be honest, because there's a lot of stuff that's been pushed back into this from last year to this year that I've just forgot about. And maybe Black Widow. I'm looking forward to just another Marvel film. It should be fun. Probably go and check that out in July when it comes out. Um, yeah. We played Drunk by Daylight, like a drinking game. I bet that's dangerous. I bet that gets dangerous quick. Rob Bob Robber Bob. I wouldn't say kill more kittens. He's not saying kill more kittens. He's saying kill more krites, as in critters, as in from the Critters movies. So yeah, he wasn't saying kittens. Don't worry, it's all good. Greatly prefer playing single player only games. I love the stories and experiences the game was. Yeah, definitely. I 100% agree with that. I just feel like I feel like with single player games, I'm more in control of what's going on. I'm not pressured by a team or getting murdered over and over again on Call of Duty by some rando dickhead that just keeps spawning and just camping everywhere. You know what I mean? I just can't bother. I'll sort out a birthday gift as soon as possible. Dude, you don't have to do that. It's not necessary, Rob. Honestly, it's not necessary. It really isn't. um, I'm a single player gamer in general, but I have had some awesome nights playing Dead by Daylight. That's cool. That's cool. Ever been to the zoo? When I was very little, I don't think I've been to a zoo as an adult. When I was like maybe 9 or 10, I went to the zoo. Um, yeah, I don't know what else to say there. I'm looking forward to Candyman. Yeah, it's definitely a film that I'm not actually that bothered that it got a remake because I think Candyman is fairly gets fairly forgotten, the original, and I love that original movie. One of my favorite horror films of all time. I love that movie. So I'm interested to see where they take it into modern day. I'm interested. It intrigues me. See, that's the thing with remakes. There's quite a few remakes that I really really like when they're done well. Um, so yeah, Ghostbusters Afterlife. I forgot that was coming out. So yeah, I'll probably go and see that as well. Yeah, it's hard to keep up with all the new releases, especially as so many have been put back due to COVID. Yeah, I agree, man. Yeah, it's definitely the way. I'm looking forward to the Batman as well. Actually, but that's been pushed back until 2022, as far as I'm aware. But that looks awesome. I'm a big Batman fan, so that looks wicked. The Batman looks great. Can't wait for No Time to Die. We've been waiting for so long for that. I'm so behind on just James Bond stuff. I've not seen one Daniel Craig movie. Not seen any of them. And obviously, people say Casino Royale is meant to be the best one. Blah blah blah. It's not that. I don't know. I've not seen them, so it's cool that the people say it's meant to be the good one. But I've got the box set now of all 24 James Bond movies, so I'm gonna eventually go through them in chronological order, not in release order, and see if it's a franchise I enjoy. Or goddamn hiccups, um, I enjoy it. So that's all good. Uh, have you got a kid? No. Um, do you get asked for ID? No. So that's no and no for those questions. Still got 6 people watching. Do appreciate this, guys. It's a really, really great turnout tonight. Really, really appreciate it. We have the last few minutes. Any more questions, guys? And or I'm just gonna start wrapping it up. Let me know. Last of Us Part 2 has been updated to PS5. It now runs at 60 FPS. Now for the hard part, trying to find a PS5. Yeah, man. I'm so two of uh two those two games, Last of Us Part 2, are the two games I want to play first on PS5 because they're probably Last of Us Part 2 is my favorite game of all time. Last of Us, but there's a lot of hate for that game, but Last of Us Part 2 was unbelievably good, and there's loads of people not liking that game because of specific story reasons, and I'm just like the story reasons make sense for the world that you were presented in the first game. No one's a good guy in Last of Us. There's consequences for everything, and I think, yeah, Last of Us Part 2 for me was unbelievably good, and I love that game. I've played it through. I've beat it twice, and I love that game so much. Cheers, Jason. Got to go for supper now. I've really enjoyed it. Thanks so much, Alan. I really appreciate you jumping in the stream. Have a good rest of your week, my dude. British. Oh, to find a PS5. Yeah, it's gonna be a while. It's gonna. I don't think I'm gonna get one until next year. I don't think we'll see a major a major restock until next year now, because the semiconductor processors they're short of. Well, I don't think we're going to see um, a major thing, major. Yeah, I don't see a major restock until ages. I'm losing my train of thought, guys. But yeah, we'll definitely join again next time. I really do appreciate it. And really do appreciate it. Keep up the great videos, my friends. You've got some great content, dude. Um, Jordan, Last of Us Part 2 is one of my favorite games ever. I loved it so much. Yeah, like I loved that game so much. It was just epic. Hi Scott, hi Scott here. Watch those. Uh, Watched those who wish me dead tonight at cinema. Not great one. Not great one time watch, but good to be back in the cinema. That's cool. That's cool. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. So I'm gonna end it here, guys. Thanks so much everyone for checking the stream. I appreciate all the engagement. The questions were cool. I had a good old time here, man. Everyone, thanks so much for checking out the stream. Uh, if everyone wants to like the video, I really do appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, maybe become a subscriber, Runu, and subscribe. We're on our way to 400 subscribers. Can we get there? We can with your help if you're not subscribed. Anyway, as always, before we go, just got one last comment. I'm just going to read it out. Might as well. Playtendo guy. PlayStation uh, days of play sale is next week. Rumors is there should be a shipment of PS5 next week. Interesting. We've got 3 PS5s in our house. Mum sold the other one we had for £1,000. Fuck me, that's crazy. Anyway, I will end it there. again, yeah, if you've not subscribed and you like my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the like on this video, all that crazy jazz everyone talks about. As always, I've been Jason, and I will see you Friday for Friday night stream Maroon News. Have a good rest of your week, guys, and of course, stay safe out there. See you later.